It's my turn.
Hello, hello, hello. No, I don't think it is. That was the last combat, I think, when we ended on your turn. Hello, one and all. I seem to recall the last time we were here, you were traipsing through an interesting-looking dungeon, trying to rescue Commodore Crux. You'd snuck through places. You met the cook lady who, and then met the cook, and we were hanging around when Worthington Pettigrew Trundlefoot IV decided to open a door and was promptly spotted. Actually, I noticed maybe you critically fell into the water because there was a critical fail last week. Maybe I had you fall in the water. I can't remember. But anyway, that was probably earlier in the encounter. So he opened the door and a plasmoid warrior happened to spot him at that moment, and he shouted, So that's pretty much where we are. Probably with Pettigrew sort of going oops and then freezing solid in a state of shock. We also need to add Get Clank in as if he's been here all along. Obviously he has. He's just been very, very quiet until this exact moment in time. Do it from the party sheet. You do it from there we go. Put Get Clank back on the combat tracker. Pop him. Did that work? Yes, it did. Pop him on the map. And share the map. Okay. So there we go. Trogfoot opens the door and goes, oops. And you've still got Nonna sort of trying to serve you food or telling you how Ripples isn't a bad boy, he's just misunderstood. It's like a bad plasmoid, he's just misunderstood.
Hadn't she set off the alarm?
I think she shouted alarm, didn't she? I think, yes.
Yes.
I think because Trundlefoot opened the door and disturbed him.
Yeah, my recollection is the plasmoid said something about, hey, what are you doing here? And she finally turned around to look at us and went, oh, hey, who the hell are you?
Yeah.
And set off the alarm.
Sounds about right, yes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Worthington back so he's with Mortimer. Maybe they're just examining stuff so that he's not blocking the way. So he opened that door and he said, oops, she's just shouted alarm. And what do you want to do? Bargain. Oh, and while I remember, apparently the bennies must fly. I was told before the session started. So there you go.
Jay.
Wait, so okay, so the tracker wasn't live. The combat tracker wasn't live.
It wasn't. No, that was left over. That was left from the last fight.
Okay.
It is now though. Well, maybe you ought to lock the tokens. There we go. Try that again. Doorway, there you go. 5 gets you to the doorway. Obviously, the sound of running water, and you can see a plasmoid guard as you just peek through the door.
Oh, I thought the door was open.
It was, yeah. As you step through the doorway, then.
I can't see anything except for one guy at the bottom left.
That's correct. Walls of the cave, the cave walls extend a bit further before they open up, I believe.
All right.
That's seven. Yeah, 7. Yeah, that's your base to there. Yeah.
Okay. Two weapon fighting, so I will throw 2 mind blades then.
Okie dokie.
No, wait, that's wrong.
So he ducks behind his shield, blocking your attacks.
How's the parry 6? It shouldn't be going. That's a. Oh, for some reason. Shit.
Oh, sorry, I've just accidentally applied a. It says feral effect applied to Sargon, but that's me. I'm trying to code something.
Oh wow! I just found this thing on the on the powers page. A little lightning thing. All you got to do is click it to use your PowerPoints.
Yes, I was about to point. Yes, I was going to mention that one. As I say, I've got to make a video later, but I'd forgotten that one.
Yeah, it's part of the arcane items update.
Well, he's added it to everything. Yeah. So yeah, you get a little lightning bolt. Every time you click it, it spends 1 PowerPoint for you.
Testing.
Oh, is that the new arcane device?
It's part of the upgrade. It's part of all arcane powers have a little powers button. I think we used to have it, and it went away at some point.
Jimmy had all sorts of bizarre edge cases for riffs.
Okay, if he's got a shield, that would make it. But I know what I did wrong. Okay.
He's got parry 6. He's got block, which makes it 7. Then he's got a shield that gives him +2 cover bonus.
It was a ranged attack. I accidentally hit the wrong attack. It should have been ranged, but the shield would still cover it.
That's a very good question.
No, shield provides cover against ranged attacks.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. So it should have done. It would have made. Yeah, you need a 6 with his shield. Yeah. You got a 4 and a 1.
I accidentally did it as a melee attack, not a ranged attack.
That's absolutely fine. Okay, so as I was saying, you've got Nonna Plasmoid there. You've got, from your perspective, you've got the two doors you know that you've opened, and you've got 2 doors that are closed. And it's your go, Parget.
Righto. I don't know what I've done, but there appears to be 2 of me on the screen.
That's probably because you started moving. Oh yeah, that's interesting. I don't know what you've done there.
Apologies.
Did you drag yourself on?
Yes, that would have been exactly it. Yes, exactly. Right, I'm going to take the turn and don my camouflage outfit and tailor it to the local environment, which looks rocky. So I'll go ahead and change that to worn.
Oh, the not gnome speaking up.
Right. Okay. So camouflage outfit equipped. I'm considering myself invisible now. Do I have another action this turn as well? Can I make a move? Or is that donning and tailoring going to take my whole turn?
Where the hell did that come from?
What, the camouflage outfit?
Yeah.
Oh, at the beginning when we had a little bit of cash to initially spend.
Don't get me wrong. That's absolutely fine. I'm just not that. I'm just thinking I don't recognise that. Don't mind me. Carry on. I freely warn you, if you remember that scene in Eric the Viking where the guy thinks he's invisible when he's fighting all the pirates, it may well be that sort of situation. But anyway.
Florigit Clank is unconscious incompetent, I think you'd call, with the clueless trait or the clueless curse as well. So absolutely considers oneself invisible from here on out.
Okie dokie.
And we'll dance a little jig in satisfaction and in turn.
Okay.
Right.
I always forget whether you is in camouflage. Traps and haunts. I don't know where that camouflage outfit came from. I'm intrigued. Please continue.
What's Nana J doing?
Well, she just rang the dinner gong and shouted alarm.
Okay. And has Sargon said anything about what he discovered?
I haven't discovered anything.
Well, I thought you. Okay.
As far as I know, I didn't discover anything. We already knew there were enemies in here, so I don't understand the question.
Okay. Yeah. I guess because we saw them earlier when.
Yes, you know who's in there because Cindy Glixagleb oozed through a narrow gap and scouted.
Aye, because there was cracks in the walls had gone through.
Yes, indeed.
Yep. Okay. So in that case, I'm following Sargon. Off we go into the wild blue yonder. 2.
Not with anything you guys are doing. Don't mind me. I'm in gear, camouflage outfit, 10 gold pieces with no instructions whatsoever on any of it.
Right. Can you approve that move so I can figure out?
Sorry. I was.
Oh, no worries.
I had a different screen up. I'm definitely trying to work out what the hell's going on here.
Alright, so I'll go there, or Mortimer will go there. And I will lance this fella here.
Okie dokie.
Uh-oh, there's people up on the... Did not see them.
Well, that's the problem with walls. They get in the way of things.
Yeah.
Please continue. I'm desperately trying to work out where that camouflage outfit came from. I know don't get me wrong. I know where it came from that it's on your character sheet. I'm trying to work out how I got it into the source.
It's camouflaged. It snuck in. It's the best camouflage outfit in the world.
Yeah, sheer curiosity, is it possible to nerf all smart space skills?
Do you mean nerf all smart space skills?
I think there's an effect or something gives you a -1 on all smart space skills.
I think
Is
you
there,
go. I think
is there
if
a
you
way
go,
to code that, or do you have to do it
yes,
individually?
there is a way to do it, but there is a way to do it, but and I think it's in the undocumented
we should look that up.
forum, Fred. There is a way to do it. Yeah, there is a square code with an
-2s.
act that you do, and any skill related to it is affected. There is a way to do it. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Okay, in the meantime, Plasmoid Warrior number 1 has just been skewered. Okay, so basically Mortimer goes charging over the top of Sargon. Probably a little jump there. You land and you skewer Plasmoid Warrior number 3 with a lance charge. And I don't know where that camouflage outfit came from. I can't find it. Maybe it was in an earlier edition of the rulebook because I can't find it anymore. That's fine. Oh,
I like those dice. Which ones are those?
Holy shit, sorry. Okay.
Whose dice?
What happened?
Yours, your soak attempt or your wound.
Oh,
yeah.
You mean those dice?
Yeah, those dice.
That is. Let's have a look. That is Wizard Wrought Dice Bark. Apparently, it doesn't look very barky to me, but I liked it because it's the black and gold. I liked it.
So it's barking up the wrong tree.
Oh.
Oh, it's just a chip off the old block.
We're gonna be on a roll. We're gonna be on a roll this morning.
It's going to be the bloody bread all over again, isn't it? Okay, Nonna J is just going to back off over here, holding a frying pan in a defensive posture. Okay. Let's have a run. Okay, that is 12. 5 gets me to there. 8 gets me to there. Open the door. Gets me to there. Oh, actually, don't need to get to there. I'm going to stay back. I'm going to stay in the doorway and shoot Cernan with my flintlock. Hitting a console error. Oh, the portal code. I forgot to disable portal again. That's my mistake. Okay, so you hear the crack of gunfire, and then Cernan barely escapes being shot. He turns just at the right moment as he hears his door kicked open behind him, and that turn possibly saved his life as he actually feels the musket ball flying very close to his face, not hitting him. Okay, Plasmoid Warrior number 3. It's holding on to the gift. Is holding on to Commodore Crux, who. Yes, Plasmoid Warrior number 3 is attempting to hold on to Commodore Crux. So that's that. Glixagleb, you're up, sir.
Gleb, right, is this is going to be quite nippy. You'll get to there. Right. This is going to be a bit stupid. Don't even know what I'm shooting at. Oh, powers. Because I am got a bad angle and it's going to be at -2 as well.
Very well,
So
give
let's-
a fencing goes a reboot in a sec. Just get rid of that annoying extension because every time I target something, I get. Anyway, I can live with it.
Okay, so my -2 on the rogue for being feral. I come in and I just throw a grenade up I throw a test tube, and it lands on the top of the stairs. I can see one, but I don't know. I can see one. I think there's more up there.
It's okay. That's okay. I've targeted everything you hit. So I think you rolled before I targeted the last one.
So are we at the so it's going to be a miss. So it's 2 hits, isn't it? Yes.
Are you large at the moment? That doesn't make sense. 3 hits. Roll for damage. Okay, Spacial 2 is shaken. Again.
Now, if I roll damage 3 times, it should apply to 3 different people, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I couldn't get that to work last night.
Well, I find it's random. And rolled 1 last time.
Right.
That was an issue that was coming up. That was where I was at.
Somebody mentioned it, and I noticed it myself.
Yeah, that's the reason why I wasn't updating. It came up. That was what came up when I was running the swell when I wasn't supposed to. but it turned out that I thought Moon Wizard and I chased that down and he did a retro fix. But then it popped up again, and Ikil said it was something to do with the client side of things. Like there was something going on when like, and the same thing with like any like a lot of custom sub attacks that were created, or like when you do like a frenzy attack and or a boosted
or any kind of auto fire or something like that.
yeah, spell or something like that. Like, you know,
Well,
and I found that if you didn't update, it worked. So that was why I didn't. But
I think I need to do a big test run on it.
Plasmoid Warrior 2 shoots and wounds Mortimer.
And the way we found around it was to make desktop dice aceable and just roll the damage dice, and then as a DM, I would drag it because the hits would hit, but the damage dice wouldn't roll.
Aye, that's what I did last night. So he would apply randomly to different. It would apply to the same person. So I just dragged it from the chat to the person.
Yeah, I just dragged it from the chat to because the hits would all register. So I just would have them set the desktop dice to ace, roll the damage dice, whatever they were, like, you know, with a, you know, tell them an extra with the raise, and then just drag those into the damage boxes as they rolled them, and it worked fine.
Yeah.
Trying to remember if a Cavalier can soak a damage. I've just shot Mortimer and no one reacted, which I find very disturbing.
My buddy. He is a big target, though.
Edges. Cavalier mount. Hard. He should be hardy at novice. Did we give him hardy? Yes, we did. Cavalier is dedicated. In addition to being more formidable than the mount, also special bomb rider allowed to anticipate this. Whenever Cavalier purchases a mount, he spends some time by commissioning for end. Bond. Whenever the Cavalier's Whenever the Cavalier's mount suffers one or more wounds, the Cavalier can spend a penny to make a soak roll using his riding skill.
Yep, I'm going to do that.
Go for it.
What do I do? Drop it? I'll just drop it in.
Just drop a penny and make a riding skill, and I'll manually key it in as a soak roll for Mortimer.
So that soaks one wound, so he takes none?
He'll take none.
Excellent.
Yes, so he's fine.
No one will be hurting Morty.
Okay, so that's 5 point. That's 5. Yep. So Morty is saved. You basically rear up Morty at the right, just at the right second, and the lead pellet misses from the flintlock pistol. Okay, I'm gonna have another run. That's not very good.
Well, you just keep adding characters onto the thing here?
Well, you see, if there's other rooms with NPCs in them and someone shouts alarm, they all will come and they will all react.
Oh, and you have them on the tracker to start with. You're not even giving us to put them down at the bottom, giving us a free round.
Well, no, because they were already there, and the combat started when Nonna shouts alarm. Therefore, they're dealt in along with everyone else. The bullet, a second shot rings out, and it misses Cernan, bringing us to TK.
Okay, can you cancel that movement then?
Certainly. Supposedly, all the 5.6 bugs, all those bugs you've reported should be fixed, because 5.6 has them all fixed, and this is 5.6 plus additional tweaks and unreleased patches. So there we go.
I've got this side if you want to go in there and finish rescuing the Commodore. Well, I've got this room, maybe I should say, not this side.
Also be aware that door's still closed.
I'm sorry, who was that talking? Was that Cernan talking?
That was
Cernan,
Cernan
yeah.
talking.
Yeah, Cernan's saying that. Plus, I've got Plar to back me up if necessary. Trish, she's going to fall down into the water, so.
All right.
That's
well, I was
harsh.
just gonna go and get these two guys here, but if you don't want my help,
I would have to say, how do you know that Plar can help you? Surely he's invisible right now.
Well, yeah, he's invisible, but I know he was there.
Point taken. I'll take it back.
and what's that green box down in the southeast?
No time for loot, Dr. Jones.
I don't see a green box down in the southeast.
Oh, that's
I
a
do.
sink, I think. That's like where she was doing prep work for the cook stuff.
That big green glowing sink in the bottom right of the map.
I don't know. You'll have to ask DOS, but that's the impression I got.
All right, I'll take the. I just took a screenshot. I'll do.
You mean that?
No.
Okay. Thoroughly intrigued.
I mean that.
Oh, that was several rooms back. That was the chair that the halfling was in?
That's the that isn't the chair the halfling was in. That's the chair you used to block the door.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's the chair you used to block the door because you know there's someone in this room. Okay, you're going to move to there.
There's my 3.
They
I
added
get that
death
one.
splats to PCs, I wonder.
Huh?
I wonder if they've added death splats to PCs.
What are you saying? Why are you saying that on my turn?
I was just thinking because obviously I've made the plasmoid defeated markers blue. I was just thinking, but Glixaglem needs to have a green one, and then it made me wonder if they've done that. Someone's not got ammo. Are you trying to use that needs ammunition? For that, you're probably better.
I found that blood splats are tied to the lighting effects. So if you're
Are they?
colour blind, you always see black.
Ooh, that's a bit flash.
Yes. So dark vision, all the blood's black.
Those pesky shields they like hiding behind, isn't it? Hang on, Glauca's down there. You can't. Okay, that's a hit with a raise. I think you might have hurt him. Plasmoid warrior number 2 is down.
Was that one of the 7 DM bennies?
I haven't rolled any.
Oh, I just saw a die come up, but that might have been his death roll.
That was his death roll. I can turn that off, actually. I don't need it for NPCs at the moment. It doesn't matter on this one. Combat. Okay. Space eel number 2 unshakes. Okay. Space eel number 2. What are space eel stats? I can't remember. Oh, yeah.
And I'm taking cover behind Mortimer, so it's got to be a -2 to hit me because the big fella.
Oh, yeah. I don't doubt it. The space eel comes down and... Okay, so Space Eel comes down. It's going to bite Worthington, Pettigrew, Trundlefoot the Fourth, giving me a lovely console error with a hit. And it's going to use its tail spine on Morty, the giant space hamster, hitting.
Ah, right, okay.
Oh, come on.
Okie dokie. Mortimer is unharmed.
Big boned and unharmed.
Yep. Oh, hang on. Why does it keep doing it on Mortimer?
That won't hurt me either. So
That's fine.
yep.
My words or the damage.
Probably a little bit of column A and probably a little bit of column B. I don't think he's not gonna get through the door. He's just gonna get stuck back there. Oh, well, he'll throw a javelin at Cernan then, missing. Space Eel number 1.
Remember, Cernan, if you go down here, you did tell me to leave the room. I was ready to Githka those two.
It's all good. It's all good.
I do wish you could. I do wish you could hide. I could hide the console like you could on the original. That's a hit. Oh, damn. DK's been hit by the tail spines. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Oh, shit.
Click clank. You better Benny that.
Well, he wanted to see what happened with blood splats.
I want to use my adventure card to turn that into a miss.
I believe I gave you adventure cards.
It's like the camouflage. You just forgot about it.
Okay, so, okay, you successfully soak 1 wound, which means you're not incapacitated, which is all very well. Obviously, the reason it affects you so badly is I now need you to make another vigor roll, please. The poison.
Oh, no.
This is not good.
Okay, you are paralyzed.
Oh, fuck.
Paralyzing poison, which I need to remind myself.
I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be.
Now, remember, if you die, you went in there on your own choice.
It's fine. I need to free up my Sunday mornings anyway.
Okay, you are stunned for 2 rounds. Yeah, I thought paralyzation was poison, but I knew paralyzation was stunned, but I couldn't remember how many rounds it's worked for. So I'm afraid the poison hits you. The poison injects into you. Obviously, it affects Brycreen in a much worse way than normal humanoids, judging by the amount of damage it inflicted upon you. And then you suddenly realise you are completely paralysed. Sorry about that. Trist, you're up.
Trist is going to duck under because she's only 3 foot tall. She's going to duck under the table.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. My hands aren't steady this morning, sorry. I just need to target all 3 of them.
Absolutely fine. Gotta get console area for each one. Yeah,
I need to target all 3 of them.
I know, but I had the targeting going and then the targeting button broke.
Okay, do you want me to try it?
Targets. Right, here we go. And then the door shuts. Oh, crying out loud. There we
And she brings her flute to her lips.
It's not letting me target them. That is so. Oh, I know why. Because I'm being a muppet. There we go.
Okay, she brings her flute to her lips and lets go a blast that, will make their ears bleed.
Okie dokie.
If I'm a man, then I'm a very manly muppet.
I'm afraid.
How's it missing them?
Because two of them duck behind their shields to protect themselves from the blast. However, yeah.
It's an area of effect blast.
We'll give them +2 armor then instead, won't it?
Well, not Benny at one time.
There you go.
I'm gonna snipe you, stream snipe you on Twitch here.
There.
Well done.
That means I don't think I need to worry about it, does it?
I tell you what, area effect spells can make fighters seem like punks sometimes.
Only 3 foot tall. Those are useful.
Okay, so the young inexperienced rookie is incapacitated. The other two withstand the damage. Okay, Mr. Big Bad is up next. What have I done? I've done. Why am I getting that? That's better. That's what I was looking for.
Ripple in clear water.
What's his pace? His pace is 6. He disappears. Okay. Stan, you're up.
Let me barge in quickly and just say that Plar has, reassuringly grabbed Cernan's ankle to let him know that, just behind you, buddy. Because invisible, as we all know.
I can't help but think I know it's a clothes you put on, but I can't help picture there's a cardboard box in the middle of the room that's slowly moving.
Was it lesson number 1 in how to hide? Do not stand up.
But it's a ghillie suit with pebbles on the end of every string.
For the shit.
It's not great for moving silently, though.
Not when you're metal, no.
Yep.
Clang, 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 clang. Plar get clang.
I think that was something that was removed from the rule book in one of the updates, and they didn't tell me about it because it's not in the final version of the rule book. But that's fine.
That would play into, the not gnome walking around with a cardboard box in its head thinking it's invisible very well, actually. Emperor's new clothes and all that.
Yeah, I think it's even stranger. He's had it all along, and he's only just noticed. We've only just noticed he's got it now.
Well, it's camouflage. He kept losing it.
He's been digging in the bottom of the backpack between throwing forks and dinner plates at enemies the whole campaign. He's only just found it now.
I just if you wanted to have a invisibility suit for my kids, just put a box around yourself and label it chores. All of a sudden, you can't be seen.
I like it. Okay. If it's a damage field, it's centered on you.
No, because it's mobile.
Oh, okay. I apologize. A mobile damage field. I forgot you could do that.
9 to hit him. No, I think we'll go ahead and just end there.
Okay.
So yeah, Cerning goes marching across the room, saying something that sounds very dangerous, and all these bone shards burst out of him as he tries to poke Glorka.
So what I need to do is I need to find. Oh, well, it's a 2d4 damage. Okay, we'll remember that. Okay. Commodore Crux is up next. Now, I was trying to update him earlier and something went funky. There we go. Oh, it is on there. I just couldn't see it. Right, where is Commodore Crux? Commodore Crux is here. Right. I do believe I put one of the plasmoids on hold. Yes, I did. Okay, so Commodore Crux is about to act. But before he can act, Plasmoid Warrior that's is trying to hold on to him attempts to interrupt. Oh dear. That's a 9 versus Commodore's athletics. Okay, Commodore is interrupted. The Plasmoid comes off hold. He's going to use a pseudopod. He's going to see if I've worked it out to not get the console errors. No. No, I know what I did wrong there. I've got to use the control click method. Okay, he attacks with his pseudopod. Missing. Okay, so in a desperate attempt to keep hold of Commodore Crux, so if now I'm on Commodore and I target him, like so, and then I do my unarmed attack, I don't get console errors. Right, I know how to get rid of, not worry about console errors for the rest of today. Okay, so that's fine, but the Commodore Crux has broken free and takes a while. So basically, there's a fist fight going on between the Plasmoid and the Commodore. New round. And the bad guys.
Did the Commodore not go?
He did. He missed.
Oh, I missed it. Sorry.
Okay, I'm afraid the bad guys got me all the bennies.
Oh, bother.
Okay, so obviously a bit too close for hand to hand. So obviously Dorka is just going to smash his pseudopod into Cernan, causing a wound, just sledgehammered in the side of the head. Being a plasmoid, it really can turn it into like an anvil and smack it into the side of your head. But you dodge it at the very last second, and then he has to take 2d4 damage.
2d6, I up the damage.
You upped the damage. He has to take 2d6 damage for being inside the damage field, which I don't think will do anything to him, which is not at all. Connor J is just going to carry on being defensive, getting me a lovely, lovely Joker bonus. Okay, Commodore Crux takes another swing. This might be better. That's a hit. Right, he punches into the plasmoid, who sort of absorbs the blow, and now you see the Commodore's arm stuck inside the plasmoid. Gleb, you're up, sir.
Gleb. No, I haven't actually been engaged in melee yet.
You have not.
So I'm going to run away, but first... No, I can't. Yes, I can. Because I missed not being a cleric. So what I will do is this is all going to be academic, isn't it?
Well, I will point out that Teklik is paralyzed, and the space heel goes right after you. The space heel that's right next to him.
Yes.
So he could really get fucked up.
I know. So what's going to happen? And in fact, you know what? I'm going to have to run the other way, aren't I? Right. So what he's going to do is I'm actually going to go this way. I was going to run out of the room, but I can't. I've got to go past them to there.
Okay.
because I have to physically slap someone to cast a spell on them, because the range of healing is touch.
Yes.
So let's spend 3 power points and see if I can heal some damage on them.
The reason you wish you were a cleric is so you could modify it just to give yourself the cure poison power, I assume. Would you do? Oh, you can do that anyway, can't you? It's a modifier.
So there's 4.
The idea is you had
no, because then what I could have done as a cleric, I could have run away and healed everybody for great range.
Oh yes, of course, yes. However, I assume what you're using here is your pre-mixed, because that's how alchemists work. The idea is you've pre-mixed them all. You just healing potion with neutralized poison.
I've got a squeezy bottle. I'm going to squeeze them some of that and some of that, but salt and vinegar and run off.
Squirt in his mouth. You keep dropping your left. Keep up your left.
So that's 4 power points, and he heals one wound.
Yep.
And it neutralizes poison.
Yeah, the poison's neutralized, so he is no longer paralyzed.
No longer stunned, then?
Yeah, basically.
No, but you might be dead in a minute.
Yeah, well, I took the one of the wounds off. But yeah,
you did indeed.
Thank you very
much. Okay, now this is where things get interesting, because space eels have animal intelligence, and therefore it knows it's injected its tail spines into you, and therefore knows you are paralyzed. Therefore, you will get a 3 attack on it as it continues its move as it goes off this way for its next piece of prey. But you will get you will get a 3 attack, because of course it doesn't have the intelligence to realize you've been healed.
It doesn't.
I get a free attack too.
He does.
Do I get one?
No, you weren't engaged by that one. You were engaged by the other one.
Sure. Okay.
Why am I targeting Glorka?
You shouldn't be anymore. I thought I removed that earlier.
Can you put him back so that he's in my range for the Gifka?
He will be. Don't worry about it. That, targeting that. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. A space eel has a parry of 6. I'm afraid that missed, even with... Yeah. Sargon obviously has first strike, which I'd forgotten about. But that's not a problem. The space eel wouldn't know anyway. Okay, so the space eel moves up to you and is instantly shaken. I will therefore have to spend a penny to unshake so I can sting you. And forget to actually do it the right way to not get a console error. Sargon is unaffected by damage and therefore is not. The poison spines are not effective. Worthington Pettigrew Trundlefit the Fourth.
Oh, is control clicking not giving you the errors?
No, control clicking isn't giving me the errors. But the problem is by an extension, not anything in the rule set. It's an extension I forgot to turn off after we had the errors last time.
Which extension is that?
The portals one.
Can I not get over a 4?
What you're up to, we're well past you, sir. But I will allow it if you're trying to do better healing. Are you trying to do better healing?
No. Right, tell you actual fact, right, what would actually have happened, sort of retcon that, is I would have rolled a 20 for healing. He would have healed all his wounds. The poison would have went, but the reason why it cost that many bennies is because I'm on -2 to all arcane rolls because I am a werewolf.
Nice.
Except
Oh,
you can't
you
heal
went,
more than 2 wounds. Don't forget.
He can't.
the
He
healing
only
power.
heals. He only heals 2 wounds. Yeah,
Yes.
and he loses the poison, but it costs us nearly all my bennies.
You went Altered Beast on us?
Yeah, so in the Discord window is the best my best guess as to what's going on with that skill.
Alright. Let me see. Do I want to do anything funky? Are any of our people shaken or vulnerable?
I was shaken. Am shaken, which means I shouldn't have been able to attack that guy anyway.
It's my mistake, but it doesn't matter. I told you to do it, so that's fine.
And I didn't look at my sheet until I went to remove the second wound. But thank you very, very much, Glix. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Glix, for healing those 2 wounds. And
Once per
spending those
encounter,
pennies.
as a limited free action, she may provide all allies within her command range one of the following abilities. I think I'm going to give everybody +2 toughness.
Do you suffer? Sorry to cut across you. Do you suffer that -2 to smarts as well as smart-based skills?
Right, that -2 is not for smart space skills because it doesn't affect notice.
Oh, okay, fair enough then.
So I know I thought, wouldn't it be good if we could just put a short code in, but we can't.
You can, because that's the code to reduce smarts and all smart-based skills by 2.
Aye, but that's not what the effect is. Notice is unaffected. I
Well, I
suppose you
suppose
could put
actually, what you could do is do smart-based 2, notice,
and then
plus
put
2.
the other ones up. see if we get a shorter expression. You know? Aye,
That's the shorter expression. Oh yeah, I
Well,
apologise for talking across you.
But doesn't smarts -2 without the unequal sign? Doesn't that just take care of smarts? So wouldn't doing smarts -2 notice +2 work?
But that's only smarts then. It doesn't know that it's the skills.
Oh, so it's all the skills, is that right?
So it would be smarts less than -2.
Yeah.
That would affect the skills and not that attribute.
I mean, if it's a coded effect, it really doesn't matter. I was just thinking of if you were doing it on the fly, that's the way to do it, isn't it? With the just add +2 back to notice because it's the only skill not affected by
by werewolf, right?
Right. But anyway, the two mutagen effects have been added to the effects. This should be shared out so you guys can do it. Sorry, we talked all over you, Mr. Worthington. I do apologise.
No worries. So, to click is the only one who's wounded, right?
I believe so.
Yes, wounded and shaken.
So I think +2 toughness is better than ignore 1 wound. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
I'll go for that. All right, so powers. Let's see if this works. Inspiring command. Let me open that up. Ignore fatigue, ignore wounds, fighting +2, toughness +2. Yay! Look at that. That's pretty damn sweet.
Effects are nice when they work.
And now, that was a limited free action. Now I'm going to attack Space Heal number 2. With my longsword.
Did you hit? You did. Ooh. To do 3 things at once and it's not working. Why is that not working? Is that broken? Oh well, a Discord mute button doesn't work today. Okay. Space Eel hit with raids because you re-rolled. And you do shaken damage.
Wait, I dropped that on damage. Why did it not reroll damage?
That's because damage is an incredibly small target box.
Okay.
I had that problem last night as well with AP.
I'll try it again.
Makes it even smaller.
Need a Benny back because you spent one already. There you go. Okay, so you target the space. So I've sat there trying to work out which spell effect, which dice effect you were using there. That's cool. Okay. That's the end of that Space Eel. Right, where are we up to? We are up to... Sorry, I've got myself distracted trying to fix 5 things at once today. Okay, yeah. Okay, you have dispatched the Space Eel in front of you, obviously. You and Mortimer wish to gallop about the place. You certainly can.
No, Morty's like paw on the ground, getting ready to run at something.
Okie dokie. I shall move the combat tracker onto Sargon to save you having to press the button twice, because I'm nice like that. Sargon, you're up, sir.
Alright, I'm going to boost myself.
Okay. And the boost kicks in with the shroud effects, so Sargon starts to vanish slightly.
And I have him targeted, so... First attack. Second attack. Gotta hit once. For really terrible damage. I'm gonna Benny that.
Shake it. Again. They're tough little beggars, these space eels. Their size, that is. Actually,
I'll back off a little bit since this guy is really dangerous.
Certainly, no problem at all. I have to say my favourite fix of the whole lot is one that as players you would never have even noticed, but as GMs you will. Now, when you start typing effects, Akil's fixed it so the effects window line doesn't disappear while you're typing in it. I have to say I do like that.
That helps. I love the tab feature. That works great.
To click, remember you get a +1 to your vigor roll when you try to recover from being shaken or stunned. Because you're near to me.
Right. It'll happen automatic. I'll just add a 1.
Okay, Target Clank is up next.
But thank you.
Right, I am sneaking up to reinforce old Cernan.
Okay.
And we'll take a jab at Glorka with the pokiest thing I have, which will probably be the big fork. Yeah, it's not. It's just rubber, right? It's going to move out of the way. It's not going to do anything. I don't have any chemical or flame or anything based attacks. A net won't do anything to them.
Has he? I assume so. Did you're standing in the middle of this swirly thing of moving bones and everything that Target Clank's just walked into, so they're battering him?
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
That's what I thought. How much movement? No. How much? No, this is where you can metagame it. Okay, it's really iffy, but you can metagame it. Right, the actual ruling is when you end your turn, you take damage. So therefore, you still take damage because you entered the area. So I'm going to be thinking about it. Yeah, it's like a swirling whirlwind of sharpened boned individuals. They will scratch your paintwork if you enter it at the end of your turn. If you take it in the absolute metagamey sense, you move in, attack, and move out. But that's not how it should work, and therefore you'd still take the damage at the end of your turn, as far as I'm concerned. If you really wanted to metagame it, you could do it that way, but you won't.
Fair enough. No powers. Right, what's the inventory got? Other than hurling some lamp oil and lighting it, I may as well hide.
Or use
Aren't you able to throw your fork?
You've got your accurate trident.
But no, that's like trying to stab jelly, right? Oh, I'll give it a go. Righto.
Plasmoids are susceptible to damage. They're just a bit harder to hit, I believe.
Right. Okay. Then let's give it a go with the accurate trident.
What actually? I mean,
I think he's trying to play up his clueless hindrance.
I agree. I don't disagree, but I think he has seen other people just using swords on them to slice them into bits. I know what you're saying. The logical one it is because they're sort of amorphous and plasmoidous, they've got a natural armor to make them a bit harder to hit. That's how it works, as far as I can tell.
In cold shots, I don't know if you can do cold shots. I don't know. And if you fall off a cliff, we tend to bounce.
Okay. Accurate trident's going in.
There's stuff you can. My view is you can try it once. Yeah, I think you're right. It probably just went straight through it and out the other side.
Yeah. The robot needs some more skills. You need to bolt on a flamethrower or something.
Well, let's be honest. What you actually need, obviously, there's from a campaign perspective, when there's a timescale, it's a bit of a bugger. But what you actually need is you need some time with someone who can, you need some downtime. So, and 3,000 gold pieces to get returning cast upon your trident.
That is exactly it. We will go in and out and back in and out of a piece of flubber. Yeah, gotcha.
Well, no, you throw the trident, and then at the end of the turn, regardless of whether it hits or misses, it reappears in your hand.
Oh, I was thinking of it going in the chest, out the back, and then back in the back, and then out the chest, back to hand. But yeah, cool. Over to
that would be pretty sweet.
Rick.
That would be pretty sweet, wouldn't it? Okay, I'm going to spear Cernan. Forgetting to control click targets, so I got a console error, and then I'm going to inflict 2d6 damage on myself, doing nothing, and then I'm going to back out of the bones and start and think about reloading my flintlock next turn. TK's up.
Sorry to barge across TK, but are these plasmoids not wondering, like, where the hell did that big fork come from?
Quite possibly. He might just pick it up and throw it back at you. Who knows? Okay, TK, you're up, sir. TK's using a Benny to remove his being shaken. Absolutely fine.
And actually, that's why he backed up. It wasn't because of my bones. It's because this fork suddenly appeared and stabbed at him and disappeared.
It's lying on the floor. Actually, it's probably at the back of the room, isn't it? Because it hasn't got returning yet. It's just accurate. TK. Stream deck. Okay.
TK is going to back up so he gets his full thing here of bounce at this fucker that hit me. Pardon my French.
You're going to back up to jump forwards to pounce. Okie dokie.
You need to roll a 4 to unshake. Is that right?
You do.
No, I
but
did.
He spent a Benny.
But I had to spend a Benny because I rolled a 2 plus 1 was a 3.
Gotcha.
I'm afraid you missed.
Not
your
much.
day,
Yeah,
is it?
I can see that. Thank you.
I want to know where Ruffles went.
And Trist's up.
Yeah, Triss notices that everybody came between her and her target, so she lifts her flute and plays this sweet little dance tune.
Okay.
And I'm multi-actioning here, by the way.
Okie doke.
That'll take 12.
I like that.
And I'm gonna duck. I targeted. I'm behind the barrel, and then I'm gonna
That's
spin
absolutely fine.
around. I'm gonna spin around and drop to my knee for cover, and shoot this one closest to me with my short bow.
Rather cool. I like that.
And I missed.
No, you wouldn't, because let's use some. You rolled a 5. You would have hit because he's got his back to you. Therefore, his shield would not protect him. The shields are not 360-degree cover, are they? So you hit him. When he turns around, then you're in trouble.
No, I'm gonna Benny the damage because that was a nice trick.
It was indeed. Also, just means when I get to do my fun stuff, I have to do it on someone else, not you now.
So, would you say your flute is more Lizzo or more Jethro Tull?
It depends on what I'm blasting. When it's the trumpet blast, I'd say more,
Yeah, more heavy metal.
Yeah, more heavy metal. But when it's the flute, it's like her playing the crystal flute. What's his name's crystal flute? It gave everybody frickin' meltdowns.
Done, and you're up, sir. They are holding little pistols if you zoom in. Ooh. Mr. Surgeon, sir. I get that. Jethro Tull, please. I agree.
Okay.
Why do we have to see that picture of Lizzo?
Lizzo's awesome, man.
Now, I forgot to ask, but whenever what's his name backed out, did I get to poke at him? I guess it doesn't matter. Never mind. He's dead. Okay. I am going to go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot you have a spear as well, don't you? So spear versus spear. Then technically, had you targeted him, or you only targeted the one in front of you?
I think I'd only targeted Glorka.
So then technically he can back out, I suppose. But he had engaged you and you had a spear. Yeah, you should have got a free stab, but it doesn't matter, as you say. Sorry.
Yeah. No. I just wanted to make sure I was thinking of that right.
Right.
I will drift my bones forward just a little bit.
Okay.
I know Trist is back there somewhere, but she likes to hide and stay out of this stuff. I am going to attack twice with my spear. Because of my calculating, I don't get the penalty on the first attack, but I will get it on the second attack.
Less than a 5. You hit. Okay,
let's spend one penny on the damage, just because.
Something's up today. My stream deck won't mute my Discord when I want to say things. Oh well.
Okay. Yeah, I just shook him.
Yeah, shook him. Okie dokie. He is way up the combat tracker. Oh, he was on the Joker. Okay, that brings us last but no means least to Plasmoid Warrior number 3, who is over here. With Commodore in the middle of a fist fight. Well, the Commodore is has broken free, so therefore, basically, he lowers because obviously they can have multiple limbs, but because they just create them, so he suddenly backs off by lowering his spear to give him reach, and then he fires his flintlock pistol at the Commodore. And I forgot to control click again. Oh well. The Commodore is unharmed. Okay, new round. Let's see what happens here. Okay, not at all happy. I'm going to start spending bennies. I'm going to spend another benny. That's better. I'm happy with that. Okay, Glorka is up first.
You only get I just realized you only get the spear parry bonus if you're using it with both hands. If he has a shield, he doesn't get 3 points of parry.
Ooh. Interesting. That's a very interesting. Yeah. Plasmoid. So consume food. Internal organs and nose plasmoids if the outer layers to maintain human-like shapes that wear clothing accessories. Okay. I'll remember that in future.
It's got 3 arms, no?
Well, they've got 3 arms because from the illustration, but whether they can have more than 3 arms is another question, isn't it? I'm going to have 3. Why can't they have 4?
Does it say it gets extra limbs?
I'll have to go back and check. It's interesting. Plasmoid warriors definitely. Looking at the illustrations, plasmoids seem to be standard humanoid shape, but plasmoid warriors are definitely shown being able to have an extra limb. I think that may well have been an ability of the plasmoid warrior to have extra limbs. So I'm going to say it's a plasmoid warrior thing, and I'll have to fix it in future. But for this adventure, they get in the parry bonus because I've already keyed them in.
Okay, I just was curious about that.
I think you're technically right, so I can always I can just turn it off because there's only one of them left. I'll turn off the sphere bonus.
I know if you give him a benny, it could make you feel better.
Yeah, it would make me feel better, wouldn't it? In fact, you know what? I'll do one better than that. There you go. I feel better now when I stab him. Now I'm going to... Right, I don't actually need to drop the dice on Glorka because Glorka's already targeted, and instead I think I might be critically failing here. No, I'm not. I will spend a benny to re-roll my spear attack. Failing anyway because I've got tons of bennies. Okay, Plasmoid Warrior number 3. Obviously, you fired his flintlock, so we can't use that. So he's going to stab Commodore Crux with his spear. Oh, crikey. But not critically failing. And then the moment I've been waiting for. I'm going to open the door, step into this room here. And then,
I knew he was up to something. Sneaky booger.
Right. So this is where it gets interesting. So basically this large plasmoid boots open the door, stares into this room, sees Pa get clanked there, and then basically fires a crossbow bolt at the ceiling, which is accurate. He then fires a crossbow bolt, not at you, Pa, but at your feet.
Oh no!
It's the portal gun.
Quick react, jump. How can he see me? It's not possible.
Well, this is the problem. So anyway,
Maybe he got lucky.
Okay, yeah. So basically, what happens is I obviously this is where I wanted to use the portals extension, but seeing as it's broken, I can't. However, I might actually be able to drag him out anyway from a token perspective. So basically, there's a red portal underneath you. And there's a blue portal on the ceiling.
Now,
we
I've
went
got a
to see the
question.
D&D movie.
Was there a -2 because of the multi-action?
He doesn't get a -2 on the multi-action.
Okay.
And was there a roll to hit the invisible auto gnome?
I got a 5 and a 5. I'm not actually. I'm not aiming to hit you. All he has to do is hit a 14 to
Oh,
start
fair enough. Fair enough.
So
yeah.
I must say,
a portal appears beneath your feet, and you drop through the floor. You then reappear.
But where are my feet? I'm invisible.
You drop through the floor. You then appear falling from the ceiling.
I was going to say, you sound pretty Gladys to use that ability.
I'm sorry. I got that. That's very good.
So we now have an auto gnome shaped pinata in the cave.
Okay, so basically, yeah. Plasma warriors have 3 hands, yes. So basically, it's like pretty much it's a crossbow of portals. So he fires it. He fires it, and the first one hits the ground. The second one hits the ceiling. So you fall through the floor, fall from the ceiling, and land hard on the floor, taking 2 wounds. Which you look like you soak. Oh no, Certain does still 2d6 damage instead.
You forgot to damage Glorka at the end of his turn.
I did indeed, thank you. I was too excited. I just put the damage. Oh no, hang on, that's wrong. So that was 14 points of damage on target Clank, and it should have been Glorka incapacitated. Are you going to attempt to soak break your fall as you hit the ground? Please soak the damage.
Most definitely reflexes of a cat. What is that, Bernie Benny?
It is Burner Benny and make a bigger roll.
There we go. Burning another Benny. Trying another bigger roll. Better. Testing. Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
You.
I can't mute you guys today, so I have to type stuff, which slows me down. Okie dokie. So you land badly. You land on the floor with a loud clang.
Plug it. Clang. Yeah. Gotcha. Dust self off. So am I shaken?
Wounded and shaken.
Ooh, hell's bells. Right. So.
Glicks and glebs before you.
Oh heck! I'm sorry.
That's that. It's absolutely fine. Don't worry. I know you got confused because I moved you.
Do you know what? Yeah. Absolutely right. Carry on.
Glicks and glebs, sir.
Glitzy so that power lasts an hour, and if you take off the second CW, it says feral strength +2 again. Take off the second one.
Yep.
So that and then it she's.
How long is it? Is it how long does it last for? Is it round?
It lasts
is it
for
rounded?
an hour. No,
Okay, so I'll change the duration to an hour. Would be 60 turns.
So, and then what we're going to do is shift here.
Hang on, no, turns would be 10 minutes. 360 turns, wouldn't it? There we go.
Because it's shaking. So yeah, and then we're going to run 3. We're going to move 3 yards forward, and we're going to stab the space eel.
Hold fire a sec before you roll anything. I'm just fixing stuff. Yep. There we go. Yours.
Right.
358.
So let's It's a hit.
The space eel. That's a wound.
Why is he attacking so far away? Because I too can have silly reaches. So he takes a wound.
Incapacitated. Down. Space eel. Target Clank, you hit the floor with a loud bang and then basically recover from the shock of suddenly falling through the floor and then appearing at the ceiling. There's a weird glowing red portal where you were standing, and above your head is a weird glowing blue portal. When you look up through the portal, you can see the ceiling, but the ceiling seems to be twice as far away as it should be.
I would like to dangle rope through the portal and see what happens.
Well, don't forget the portal you came through is on the ceiling, so you'd have to dangle rope through.
I would have
the
to
red
throw
portal.
it upwards.
Yes, but you can go to the red one and lower it down if you want. Or
Let's do that. There's no visual of these things on the board. Huh? No. Okay.
well, only the one that shot you.
Okay. No, forget that. It appears I used all my rope building something previously.
That's okay. You can buy more here.
Middle of combat. Probably should be focusing on things trying to kill you.
Yeah,
but
probably,
yes,
yeah.
he should, but it is him. Don't forget.
Oh yeah, just cardboard box, right? Still invisible. Priorities are plenty different. Yeah. Gonna assume a more camouflage and stealthy position towards this table
Okay.
and observe to work out who can actually see him and who actually is a threat. Because that portal came out of nowhere. Nobody should have been able to see.
Indeed. Well, you can see this large blob of purplish blue jelly-like fluid that's attempting to hide round a corner, but is fading miserably to the size of its bulk.
Right, let's target ripples then. Keep a close eye there. Have I got another turn to? Well, I can't hurl the fork because that's down the other passage with Cernan.
Got Star Knife, but the range is probably quite atrocious.
Yeah, 7 distance. That if I could move 1 to the other side of the table, I could do that in medium range. Sort of there.
Yes, you could.
Brilliant. Right, in that case, targeting ripples, whack it with a star knife. It is a hit. Rolls to wound. I'm gonna burn a Benny to try that again. Oh, hang on. Why did that say hit again instead of? Because I dropped the Benny and the damage.
Because the damage box
is really small.
The damage box
it'll highlight red, but you gotta get it in that red within those red corners, or
right.
the whole thing.
Otherwise, it treats it as a re-roll, not a damage roll. It's a feature of the of.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to say that I missed the second one as well because I did. I've got this pop up on my screen. There's no text. It just says yes or no.
Oh yeah, just say no. That's my fault.
Okay. And then I'm going to burn another Benny and try and accurately drop it in the unharmed again. Well, that's probably as many Bennies as I'm going to burn on us. I will end there.
There we go.
Grab a couple of chairs around me to resume invisibility.
They're not as pretty portals, but those ones won't cause yes or no questions when people stand on them.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, Cernan, you're up, sir.
Okay, I can move my damage field up to smarts. So so we go to there, 2 to there, and then 2 more to there. So let's move it up to there.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the arrow to go away. Go away. Oh, what did you do? Uh-oh.
Is the arrow gone away?
My system decided it was going to go to sleep for a second. Okay, and then Cernan is going to...
Computers.
What is Cernan going to do? Cernan doesn't want to fall in any of these holes, so Cernan is going to walk up to here where he can peek around the corner at the guy. And throw a small shard of bone at him. Oops, forgot to target. Dang it.
A 5 hit.
Yeah.
I believe Ripple doesn't have anything ridiculous, I don't think.
He's a tough bugger, huh?
He is.
Okay. And that will be... Or no, Cernan's then going to move on across the room and hide kind of over by this treasure chest. Probably not a treasure chest, but he's thinking positively.
Okay. My nephew alone, you mesh bag! Shouts Nonny J in an attempt to intimidate you, but obviously has no effect. Trist, you're up.
Trista's gonna step over. Do these doors push open?
They're cell doors. So you're in a prison. You're in the jail. They're 2 cell doors. So the odds are they are probably... Actually, they probably are... Yeah, they probably are just push open at the moment. They won't be locked. There's no prisoners in them. Oh, make a notice check. No, I wouldn't worry about it. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to see here.
And she's gonna
Nothing to see here.
She's gonna step through the door, and that's her max move right there.
Okay.
Oh, this ain't good.
You just wanted to see all the nice lighting effects I put on every bar, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, TK, you're up. There's 1 plasmoid left in this room.
Finish him. There's no spine for you to rip out of them, but I guess you could chew them up and spit them out. What? Nobody played Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, I was typing, so I wasn't paying up full attention, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Get stuck in, tick. Yeah.
That's a 14. I forgot to put the 2 in the box for the pounce.
It's okay, pounce damage was turned on anyway.
No. Where?
Pounce
Oh,
plus
you
2.
did it. You did it. Okay, I didn't know you. I didn't have that effect. I just have the wild attack.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yes, yeah, we did some experimenting about the card thing. I'm not sure if he fixed that one yet.
For what?
About the updating in the combat tracker. I know the first thing he did was he fixed the builds, but whether he fixed the cards and the fact that if you update the tracker, players don't necessarily see it. So I remove a card, add a card. But anyway, because you couldn't see the pounce. Okay, anyway, Plasmoid Warrior.
Oh no, I didn't see the pounce on my, but I wasn't looking at the tracker.
I see what you mean. Okay.
I was just looking at the wild attack. My bad.
Okay, you pounce on top of the you pounce on top of the Plasmoid Warrior. It takes damage, but it's still standing.
With my Githka inside.
Yep. Brings us to Sargon.
Okay. That room's clear. So
you get to this room. There appears to be some sort of shimmering red square upon the floor, and there also appears to be a shimmering blue square on the ceiling. And there's also him, which you can see.
Is that the only thing inside the cone?
That's the only thing inside the cone.
Okay.
No, it's just extra +2 damage on wild attacks. Pounces. His leap is different. It might be another question.
I thought it was this. I thought he was leaping. That's all he has was the leap attack. So.
That wasn't very good. That's better.
I'll say.
That's a wound. Wow. Okay. It's a wound upon ripples.
It's a heavy load.
That's a wound. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Commodore Crux is next. He is going to. You can see he goes. Looks like you've got this. Well, I'm after ripples, and starts moving this way as fast as he can. I moved him 1 inch further than he needs to. He runs round Mortimer and starts running up the steps going, there must have been a secret exit up here somewhere. He disappeared. Worthington, Trundlefoot, Betty Greederforth. I got you named the wrong way around there, but
Yeah, it's fine. You can call me anything, just don't call me late to dinner. All right. Morty takes off at a run. Actually, to click, you got this?
Yep.
2, what'd I roll? 5, so I can go 11.
Do I lose the toughness when you bail?
Nope. Let me see. Okay, and I pull out one of the firearms that I recently got.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see how good I am at this. Not very good, I imagine. Here goes nothing. Just as long as you don't say the words dramatically appropriate.
But it would be, wouldn't it? But you are sitting on top of the giant space hamsters. Yeah, forgot to target him.
Oh. What is that I did? I just pointed to Adam, I guess.
Oh, if I bloody do it, he's going to give me no end of. So Shoot again. Don't worry about re-rolling. Just shoot again because I can't remember if there's any area effect modifiers. Or if you've got any skills. So just make another shooting roll and I'll modify it afterwards.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. It does mean if you roll really well, it's still a 4, I'm afraid. And unless you want to spend a penny, of course, in a bit of meta-gaminess.
You know what? I will.
Oh, you might. That's okay. So I thought the 4 would have hit, but the medium range cancelled out the large, which is fine. That's all I wasn't sure about. But you hit with a raise. Roll for damage.
He's discovering his inner
GIF.
yes.
Yes, indeed. Obviously spent all these years being trained in the art of mounted combat, and now he's got to the Rocket Brow and he's discovered firearms. Because they don't work on the Forgotten Realm.
Oh well.
Well, back in I don't know about 3rd edition, 4th edition, or 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons on the Forgotten Realms, but in 2nd edition, gunpowder didn't work. You needed special magical smoke powder on
in the realms. No, some kinds of gunpowder worked because they had cannons on board ships.
Well, but they used smoke powder, not gunpowder, which was magical. Anyway, you shoot it, but it appears to have no effect.
Boo.
I know. It's not fair, is it? Oh, TK got the Joker.
Nice.
Benny's all round.
About effing time. I've had a rough day.
Lee have.
Now he's mad.
Spades.
Why did the attack not? Oh, there it goes. Just suck it.
Well, that's a hit with a raise. I don't think it matters that you had 2 points of damage more than you should have done on that pounce, really, with that dice roll.
Well, you didn't take the pounce off. I can't take it off.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would have,
Yep.
I just hit the wild attack like I normally do. So,
Okay, well, that's the end of that one. Big blue splats everywhere. There we go. Worthington Petticoat Trundlefoot the 4th.
Ew. All right.
Wait, is Commander Crux a bad guy or a good guy?
A good
He's
guy.
the guy we're here to rescue.
Rescue.
Yeah.
Do I think that Mortimer can fit through that door?
He's fitted through. Yes, but to fit through that door, you will have to fly through. You will have to run through the swirling morass of sharpened bone shards, and basically, you and Mortimer will take damage.
Which is why Triss teleported, because it bypasses that crap.
Is it only if you end your turn there?
At the end of your turn, you will take damage for having passed through it.
Can I roll a 3 or higher?
For 3 actions, you can, which is obviously all you can do this round. You can just reload your pistol if you want to shoot it again next round.
Well, I got 2 of them for that reason.
All right, fair enough.
So I will. But I'll reload this one, so that's fine.
It's the problem with damage field. It's very useful, but it doesn't distinguish between friend or foe.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll reload.
Okay, Ripples remains shaken. Well, Ripples has got 4 bennies, so he's definitely shaking one. And apparently the bennies must flow. So there we go. Okay, Ripples is here. He is going to fire the crossbow, which is 5. He shouldn't be targeting targets, so don't worry about that. He fires the crossbow successfully, and it lands, fires at the floor at Sargon's feet. So that then happens. That means, unfortunately, Sargon falls through the floor. They target Sargon, yeah, that is. Sargon falls through the floor, and when he lands over there. I do believe I fired it 3 times now, haven't I? 7 points of damage to Sargon, which means he's unharmed, but he lands over there. Ripples will then back out the way, but he still takes damage because he was inside. Still takes damage because he was inside the damage field. Doing 9 points of damage to Ripples, which doesn't hurt him. Okay, Trist, you're up.
This is kind of boring, so she's going to come back out. That's my max move right there. And she doesn't run.
Okie dokie. What do you do when you get there? That's the question.
I'm just waiting because I can't do anything from here, so.
Okie dokie. Nonna J is going to hear that. Nonna J. Now you just leave my nephew alone or I'll box your ears. You're distracted, Worthington, unless you want to Benny that.
I do not. I think one. Let me. I also have a hindrance that may affect that. Thin-skinned.
Ooh. It's thin-skinned, taunt, or intimidation. Yeah, you're okay. It was intimidation.
Okay. Yeah. I do not. Yeah, I did not react well. I took it as a major hindrance. Whoopsie.
Whoops.
All right. What does that mean if I'm intimidated?
Well, I get to choose whether you're distracted or vulnerable, so I've made you distracted, which means you obviously got penalties until the end of your turn.
Okay.
See if that fixes that. Okay. Sorry, I was doing some stuff in the background there, distracting myself on my own worst enemy sometimes. That was an honor.
We tend to be our own worst enemy, so it all works out.
Okay, Glixagleb.
Well, I don't know if the Commodore is right about this, but I am going to, as an action, get naked and then start running.
Now it's a party.
I tried to think of what that is. Rick
Well,
and Raven
I
says it's
have to be naked to move, don't I? Sometimes. 9. So.
TK's just excited that he gets a front row seat.
There you go.
Oh, I see. Of course, yes. He has to be. Yeah, he has to drop his clothes to squidge through narrow gaps, doesn't he?
Because I can squeeze myself through a paper thin gap, but the armor it won't go through the gap. Near the equipment, the spear won't go through. So I have to drop everything.
I never thought about is it doesn't take you long to get dressed, does it?
No, I just basically flow out my armhole and start running.
You flow out your armhole. Just the way that sounds.
Did you ever see Arrested Development?
No.
There's a guy that always says stuff the wrong way, like that. The David Cross character.
Well, Crux is going, damn, I thought there was a secret door up here, but I can't find anything. Maybe he must have teleported. And stomps back down looking annoyed. It's the end of his turn.
Oh, so he waits till Glick squeezes into a gap, and then he's like, "Oh, teleport."
Well, no, he was convinced it was a secret door, but he basically rolled a natural 1 on his notice check to find a secret door. Game mechanics wise. Okay, so you're teetering on the very edge of a rather large red portal in the floor that Sargon just fell through.
Okay, Cernan is going to turn and look at Nana J, say something rude while pointing at Worthington, and then move to there.
Are you immune to your own damage field if it's mobile?
No, I am never damaged by my own damage field.
Fair enough, I'm just curious.
And I will... Oops, don't do that. I will move my damage field to this corner, like so.
Okay.
And... I am going to say something else kind of rude. Let's try that again. I'm going to say something else kind of rude in an attempt to stun him.
Okay, that looks like a very successful casting of stun with a race. That's a vigor roll at -2 or be stunned, which is an F8 to get me a -2. And then I'm going to click on that to jump me up there and then make a vigor check.
Ah.
Sargon, you pick yourself up off the floor.
Okay. I'll use my mystic power to enhance my. I gotta get that up. I use my mystic power to enhance myself a bit. There we go. Come on. There you go. If you'll.
2, 3. Sorry, I was just updating the crossbow for when the party nabs it, because obviously I can use the new I'm just adding in the arcade power to create a portal, of course.
All right. Stabbity stab.
You're stabbing Nonna J.
That's criminal gang. We have to wipe them all out, or they're going to come back after us. So everybody has to die.
Just a 60-year-old plasmoid who does the cooking. Mind you, she obviously at this point she will now obviously go on the offensive. I should get you the damage.
Well, she set the alarm off, did she not?
She did set the alarm off, yes.
Well,
only to protect her nephew.
Right.
Hang on, you're hitting ripples. Why are you hitting ripples? Cancel that. Cancel that. Cancel that. Cancel that. Okay, you got it. You've got hit with a raise, basically, haven't you? On Nonna J.
I can't see him not to turn off the damage. So
that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. Don't you worry about it.
All right. So first damage.
Oh, that kills Nonna J.
Okay.
Boy, she went down a little too easy for me to feel 100% comfortable about that.
She was an old lady with no combat skills and a parry of 2.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
You're the ones that wanted to come piss off a criminal gang. We're going to have to wipe them out, otherwise they are going to combat. We have to kill everybody that's part of the gang. You guys wanted it.
Yeah, we wanted to come after the criminal gang. We never agreed to wiping out everybody, man, woman, and child.
If you don't, they're going to come back after us.
That's a leap you made. Don't put that on us.
Sargon's obviously taken a vow that to ensure peace, he'll kill every man, woman, and child that he has to get peace. I just rewatched that again. I forgot how good.
They're going to want revenge. They're going to want revenge. I'm going to prevent that or make them afraid to come for revenge. One of the two.
Pardon me. Mr. Worthington Pettigrew Trundlefoot the Fourth.
What? No. It's Parglet. Right?
Oh, sorry, it is actually. I apologise. Parget Clank. I've obviously distracted myself now. Parget Clank, over to you, sir. You can go pick up your trident if you want. Range of that. That would have had a range of 12. So you were probably about there when you threw it. So the trident. Actually, what would be nice is probably say Trist's got your trident. She saw it lying on the floor where she teleported, so would have possibly picked it up for you. But anyway, what are you doing, sir? You're moving this way. It just gets you to there, and you're very quiet.
Is he the one bouncing in and out of Discord?
Is he bouncing in and out of Discord, is he?
I hear somebody doing it.
Yeah, it's him.
Yeah, he's back in. No, he's not. Yes, he is. And he's gone again.
That sounded like someone leaving, yeah.
He's back again. I think his mic's packed up. Wait for the reboot. Discord goes wrong.
Testing. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Right, I was moving up to certain cover in there. No target as of yet. Gonna stick to the wall and pretend to be rockwork.
Fair enough.
No, I think that's the first time I've ever seen anybody want to be taken for granted.
For granite. It's too good. It's too good.
Savage Scott W says, "Good day, wildcards." So you know. Okie dokie, new round.
That's code. That's code for let the bennies flow.
It is. That's why I gave you all bennies. Target Clank gets the Joker. which means you all got everyone's got ridiculous amount of beddies again, which is good. Beddies should be free flowing.
Yeah, so we were down to 1 at one point.
I know, but now you're all up to 6, 5 or more. You can go hold if you don't want to advance, but if you want to advance, you can.
Yeah, you can wait for me to go so I can bring you your damn spear.
Oh, have you got it? Oh, right, I went. Sorry, I'm down the wrong passage, aren't I? Yeah, I will go on hold and wait for Trist.
Okay. You'll go on hold and wait for Trist. Although whether she sees you is another matter, of course. Gleb, that crevice appears to go off. You don't know where.
I think the Commodore Crux has got me on a wild goose chase.
Well, no, because he went up there to search. Because that's where the guy was standing when he disappeared.
Aye, but the only plausible way would be through the crack. But I'm thinking it was a plasmoid. Anyway, let's.
Maybe there's a crack up there. That's the point.
Right, come on, Commodore. Let's head out. I don't know where anybody is anymore. I mean, I haven't seen some people for ages now.
Trist is gonna start moving forward. She's got Plar's spear, so she's gonna go looking for him. And she can't quite see him.
Well, you think by
and,
now.
And as I get there, I'm going, Plar, here's your spear, so he can hear where I am, but I don't know where the hell he is.
Does he not have a spare spear? Is this me?
It is. Sorry, I'm just trying to work out why I was getting some very interesting graphical thingies, and then I felt the need to tidy him up, even though I don't really need to.
Testing.
Is that hole still in the ground there?
If there's that red square is a hole in the ground. It's a red portal in the floor, corresponding blue portal in the ceiling.
I'm gonna jump over it. Or Morty is.
Okay, that'll be a straightforward athletics check. Yep, no problem at all. Morty jumps over it with no problems at all.
That was the run dice. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll roll an athletics.
Roll for an athletics. Oh dear. Let's retcon that then. Let's retcon that then. As you and Morty, as Morty fails to, unfortunately, slides across the floor as he tries to jump over the portal and end up tumbling through it, causing you and Morty to fall through the floor, appear at the ceiling of the cavern, and fall to the ground.
Boo. Morty fits?
Well, yeah, hamsters get through very small spaces, don't they? They squidge down quite easily. I think you're both okay, though. You're both fine by the fall.
So what did I move to get to there? 3?
It was 2 inches to get to there, and you rolled a 5 on your run dice.
All right, so that's 11. This actually may be better. And I get to there. I can't see if there's enough room or not.
You get to there. Well, you got stuck on the wall. You'll get to there, and I'll move you up because obviously you're on top. And there you go.
Now, I'm going to shoot ripples.
Okay. Shoot ripples.
If you know what I mean.
I do indeed.
All right. Cross your fingers. Baby. shoot.
Very good.
Literally.
Exactly. I like it.
All right, that's it.
Okie dokie, that brings us to Ripples. Okay, he's got one charge left. I think he's going to have to use it. He's firing his crossbow. There we go. You know what he's doing, don't you? I'm afraid to say. Think.
Oh,
Unfortunately, I'm having fun with this because I know this is the last time I ever get to have fun with the crossbow. After this, you lot get to have fun with it.
huh.
So basically, he fires. He puts across. He fires the crossbow. A red-headed quarrel fires out of it, lands on the floor. A portal appears beneath you. You fall through the portal, fall through the ceiling where the blue portal is. And yeah, take falling damage, which won't affect you and won't affect Morty. But of course, the more annoying thing about it is, of course, he's literally just, you spent all the time and effort to get there, and he just gets you out of the way. He will then, what will he then do? He will then move to here. He sort of oozes under the floor, and goes to there.
With no evasion roll with those things, huh? With that crossbow.
If we put it under, I'm being evil. Maybe it should be, but I'm just being evil because I'm having too much fun.
Yeah.
Well, right. I mean, it goes both ways. But yeah, I was just asking. I was just wondering.
Yeah. Logically speaking, it should be, but I was thinking about that when I wrote it. I thought, oh no, you just opened it. But technically, I'm going to say if it's big enough to drop Morty, then if you're in the middle of it, fine. It's too much fun not to. I know you'll abuse it, and I'll have to come up with rules for it later on. But for now,
right. Which is sort of why I was asking. It's like, well, your no evasion might screw us today, but for the rest of the campaign, that no
it's going to
evasion.
screw me. Yeah, I know. That said, he has used up all his charges, so you're going to have to wait for it to recharge. Okay. He was unaffected by the damage field. That brings us to Commodore Crux, who's going to run. Getting an 8. He's going to... What? Is that not doing me any good? Oh, probably because when I click on a token, I get the plot. Yeah, that's really rather annoying. Okie dokie. Commodore Crux regards charging past TK. That brings us to Cernan.
Sorry, I stepped away. Where did the guy go?
He vanished. He sort of squidged down and disappeared under the floor.
Squidged and disappeared.
He sort of flowed underneath that cupboard there and vanished.
Okay, I'm going to go over there and move the cupboard. At the same time, I'm going to say, go back where he was in the first place. Actually, nobody's going to understand that. Never mind. I'm still going to say it, but nobody's going to understand it.
Make a notice check. There's a secret door there.
Can I open it?
Yeah.
Oh, look, I can even see him back there.
My calculation, this is the last round of your...
It is, yeah.
Unless
it
you
is.
maintain it.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and just move it down the hallway towards him. Just because I like the idea of bones floating after this blob of jelly.
He does swear as the bones catch him again.
Well, of course. And I really don't have. I'm gonna throw a minor shard of bone at him. Maybe a good hit. Oh, that's a very good hit.
That's a very good hit. Oh, that's a wound.
Yep, I'll take that.
He takes a wound. Sargon, you're up next, sir.
Okay. They're saying he's heading back to the other place, so...
You don't understand that, unfortunately.
Yeah, you just heard Cernan yelling again. It comes out in Infernal.
Unfortunately, when Cernan gets excited or stressed, he doesn't speak Common, he speaks Infernal. So if you understand Infernal, then you did know what he said.
Alright, so we're facing... What's his name?
Yep.
Which way did he go?
I point down the hallway and again say something that you can't understand.
But you pointed, which was the important one.
Yes, that's the important bit. He did point. TK. Okay. That's storeroom you're running into there for the record.
I wanted to be here and turn the corner and go around.
Okay.
So
that's about 5 inches today, so you've got 5 yet. Yeah, go for it. I don't mind. Yeah. That is version 5.7. Okay, who's up next? It is TK. You are no longer vulnerable, apparently. Is that the end of the round? That's the end of the round. Oh, and there's Pargit Clank, who's got the Joker bonus, wants to act, of course. Disconnected again.
Tess, hello. Yay! The microphone actually works. It was just user delay with Discord. Flar is gonna. Do we know the secret passage there that Cernan is heading down from the east? Does it go all the way through to the west and come out of the waterfall?
We don't know for certain.
No, all good. Okay, so I'm going to make best speed at a run. Which is my run a 6?
Your run is single click on the little run button.
Ah, there we go. Forgetting that.
There they are. You've got 11 inches of movement.
Okay, so being very careful to avoid the red portal on that side.
6 gets you to there. So you can see there's an opening in the wall there.
That Cernan is pointing down.
There we go. And the following 5 to reinforce Cernan.
Yep, no problem. Okay, well, you get there. You can actually see, in the center of the swirling bones, ripples.
that swine with the magical crossbow that can see invisible targets. Yes.
You made a bet of you Clank, and you've got some camouflage clothing on, and yet you're convinced that it actually changes to match your environment.
Have you know those dogs with the dreadlocks? Imagine one of those that's been running through the mud and has had golf ball mud balls the size of golf balls on the end of us, on the side of an aluminium trash can.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I completely understand you're just role playing, you're clueless, and I don't have a problem with that, of course. I just enjoy it. Mr. Gleb, you're up, sir.
Well, he told me there was a passageway, and I couldn't try to see a passageway, so I'm just going to run this way. Because I still don't know where everybody is. TK just took off down this way, didn't he? It's 7.
Okay.
So, oh, look, there's everybody. What I miss?
Okay, Parget Clanky, it's you again.
Clang, 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 clang. Yeah, stirring up a huge ruckus behind Cernan here, but completely invisible. Can I want to kind of head up this area a little bit, just so I don't hurt Cernan, and so that I stay out of the way of any damage.
The bones are gone. The bones are gone.
Oh, okay, sweet.
No, they'll go on your turn. So if he goes on hold and you don't renew them, and then after you, they'll disappear. Technically, they're still there right now.
Oh, okay.
But equally, you can just choose to turn them off anyway now if you want. Thinking about it.
It's leave them on. It's not gonna. I'm not gonna run down there or anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna hurl a whatever I've got, and that kind of reminds me to just at least give some thanks to Trist for running after with the trident, the fork, as I dash down in the opposite direction. But yeah, thanks Trist, really, really very much appreciated. In true clueless style, I'm going to send the old star knife down the passage at the riffles, and we'll see.
You hit.
It is a hit. Okay. Oh, unharmed, and that. Okay, well, I'm gonna try just test my own skill and drop the Benny into the box and see if I can Benny that. Did I do it?
You did.
Unharmed again. Right. Second time lucky, I think is what they say.
Oh, that's looking good. Oh, that is good. A wound. Yeah.
Right.
That's a wound. That's a
Take that,
Ripples has taken 3 wounds. Yep. He's leaking blue ectoplasm everywhere. Wait, it wouldn't be ectoplasm, would it be? Anyway.
Cool. Ploz shouts after the star knife to return in vain. And end turn.
Okie dokie. Cernan, you're up, sir.
Cernan is going to step forward and poke him with the stick.
Okay. You have Ripples targeted, so poke it with a stick.
That's what you're supposed to do with little slimy stuff, aren't you? Poke it with a stick, see if it moves.
Indeed. He blocks.
Oh!
I think what we're going to have to do here is basically you slip on the recently excreted jelly-like fluid from the star knife that's sticking out of it, leaving you exposed and vulnerable.
Okay. I thought maybe I just turned the spear sideways in the hall and clanged myself.
Well, same difference. You've just basically. I like it. Yeah, you slide it. Yeah, you get the spear jammed, leaving you vulnerable, and therefore finding it harder to protect yourself. I shall press next turn to move us on to Trist. I'm only telling you so you don't do it as well. Trist, you're up. He's buggered off. Oh, look at that. That's I can feel a 24-inch teleport coming on here. Up to 24 inches, we should say. And it's absolutely fine. I'm going to have to move you like that, though, because otherwise it won't let you through the wall. Trist's voice as well. Scott's having a bad day today. Why is the chat just full of people blowing flutes?
Because he put in Lizzo and I had to clear it so he didn't see it, and I had to put a decent flute player.
Righty-ho. Okay, you get smacked on the back of the head with your own trident. Trist hands you back your trident, La. Sargon, you're up.
Yay! Thank you very much, Tris. Clang, 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 clang. Thank you. Yay. Clang, 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 clang.
You, the whole party had see invisible, hey?
There was only sound.
Yeah, but unfortunately, she'll need to repeat
Bennying that run. I said I'm going to try bennying that run, see if I can get better.
No problem at all. Oh, you did.
A little bit better.
For anybody watching, you can't normally you can't usually spend bennies to allow running, but anything that lets players spend them is a good thing in my book, as far as I'm concerned. 5 inches gets you to there. You've still got another 7, 8, haven't you, left? I'll count today. 5 and 7 would be, 7 left. There you go. Yeah, you push past Cernan and attack Ripples. You duck under. You duck under Ripples where he's got. Sorry, Cernan where he's got the. You have to limbo under the spear that Ripples got jammed in the middle of the corridor. You could squidge past him. Why not?
Okay.
See you later, Riga. Go for it, Mr. Sargon.
Do I have him targeted? Yes, I still have him targeted. All right.
He may just trample you, but that's
fine. Fighting smite. Yeah, I've got everything up pretty much. So, combat. First attack.
You hit him.
Second attack.
Hit him. Roll your second attack, because if you might take him out with the second one before you think about rolling. You know what I mean? Then you can choose what to do afterwards. Okay, so you cause a wound upon him with your second attack, so I'll resolve that. So that's his 4th wound. He's still standing. Do you want to re-roll damage on your first attack?
Yep, I am.
Yep, go for it.
I don't want this guy getting. Might as well give it one more shot.
Got maximum 4 there, and you got the wound. Yep, down he goes. Ripples is incapacitated, meaning bringing us out of combat because all offense, all nastiness is currently Weird. Here we go. Okay, description for this room. Obviously, no one's actually paid there. Anyway, so the room that with the bed in it and the red lighting is an extravagantly furnished, glossy executive. Has an extravagantly extravagantly furnished. I can't speak. With a furnished, glossy executive desk, an open wardrobe full of silk cravats, an enormous hammock-shaped bed stuffed with pillows. The walls are patterned with carved runes. If anyone wishes, obviously you can move freely now. If anyone wishes to examine the runes, they can make an occult check.
Who grabbed the magical crossbow?
Crossbro.
Crossbow!
That's good. I like that. I have to give you one for that, actually. Okie dokie.
No, but seriously, who's got it? I want it.
Okay. TK, you reckon the runes can be triggered to heat or cool the room at will.
Okay, do I have my voice back?
You have voice back.
We gotcha.
Okay, I'll be back on the table in a second here.
Gonna fetch my fork again, clearly. Eternal gratitude as always.
Right, there we go. Sorting out the bloody walls.
Get quicker if you didn't keep running ahead.
So yeah, I mean, so this
I'm
room
going
heats
to-
itself. Who was the
I'm going to
halfling person?
reset the fog of war, and I'm going to take the giant space hamster and move him around the map so I can get back everything you had before, because I just had the fun and games.
So did anybody see the halfling then? Did they?
I think maybe it was an illusion or something. I don't know.
Well, no, because she was definitely. I don't see anybody getting killed. I don't know. I can't know.
Yeah, I was sorry.
There was a halfling in that room doing alchemy stuff.
Yeah, well, no one's been down there yet.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think it's. I don't think I didn't see anybody running north. So I don't think this is empty.
Commodore Crux wanders in and goes, well, I suppose I have you lot to thank for getting me out of that mess. And you are, he pats his pockets and goes, hold on. And off he goes. He runs off.
Yeah, I'd spied somebody that was watched in case he chucked something at you.
Can't be anything worse than some of the stuff you've hucked at me.
Okay. Cernan's okay. Cernan and Glixaglev have gone down to that room. Is anyone else following before I lock the token? But because I've locked the tokens, is anyone else following Cernan and Glixaglev? That's the question I'm asking.
Down that passage.
No, I'm down here with Commodore Crux.
Okay.
Only for purposes of fine. Carry on.
Although Morty would be in that room there.
Okie dokie. So, Commodore Crux seems to be frantically searching a cell he's currently standing in now, down by where you are. Trist, everyone seems to have just beggared off. Ripples was in this room here on the waterfall. So if I open up the crossbow portals and modify it, because I've got the new arcane device thing that I need to make a video about this evening. Create portals. That costs 1 power point, which means it's currently got none left.
I saw that you had the height extension enabled. Isn't that part of core, or does it not do the distance calculation yet?
I haven't disabled the height extension. That's all it is.
Gotcha. And just so you know, TK would have, when we were in there, would have done his healing to himself to get rid of that last wound, which is why I was doing that
Yeah,
before I
absolutely
moved.
fine. Okay.
I
now,
made the occult roll to move the story along, and then I just wanted to make sure
absolutely fine.
I didn't want you to think I was cheating, taking shit off. That's all.
No problem. Okay,
'Cause that would
Cernan, you open that door. Instantly, the sharp scent of chemicals stings your nose. The room is heaped with glass beakers and rubber tubing, piles of syringes, and sheaves of scrawled notes. A stack of pages line one wall, I should say, empty but for one squealing blue powder blue piglet. In the centre of the chaos, though you can't actually see it because I haven't added it to the map. Actually, I don't think I've made the stats for it. Oops. Let me have a look. It's correct, huh? No, I didn't. I just didn't add a combat trigger.
I am so sorry. I didn't mean to use caps. That looked like I was shouting. Cap lock is my push to talk. I am so sorry. When I saw that thing pop out, I was like, "Holy shit! I didn't mean to do that. I would never do that." Right? I apologize there. That looked awful.
I did like, oh, crikey, he's upset now.
No, never. You know, man, you know me. But it's just because caps lock is my push to talk. So that question looked like I was shouting, and I certainly was not.
Okay. There we go.
Never.
Okay. So where were we? A young halfling woman with thick triangular glasses sits bent over a book of word puzzles. Hey, use crew, she calls without looking up. What's a 6-letter word for excessive arrogance, commonly in the defiance of gods? She says. You do.
Hubris. But Worthington did that.
Yeah, Cernan will step in and say hubris.
Okay. At which point she looks up. And apparently becomes immediately hostile when she looks up and realizes that you're not one of the Amebros. Oh, hang on. I take it back. If the party member replies to her question with the word hubris, she's actually surprised, so she will not attack you. So I take that back. So yeah, she is surprised and looks up and goes, "You're not part of the Amebros. Who are you?"
We're the ones that just wiped out the Amebros. Who are you?
Dr. Myra Undercomet, scientist. Now, if you leave me alone, thank you for they were being a bit annoying and being a bit pushy, so I thank you for that. So if you leave me to carry on my experimentation, I'll be fine. Thank you very much. Off you go.
What kind of experiments are you doing?
Doesn't work.
I know that Glix here is interested in that kind of stuff.
I mean, are the Amebros not kind of like a gang? Are they not mercenaries?
They brought
they're a criminal gang.
They brought me supplies and test subjects for my experiments. I'll find more.
Yes. See, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so they're kind of mercenaries. So who are they working for? Dun dun dun.
Well, Ripples was the boss.
Yeah, Ripples is the boss, but he wasn't writing the paychecks, was he? I don't think.
I have a much expensive I have lots of experiments to do. I mean, space swine don't turn. You don't get powder blue space swine by themselves. And now, whether or not you killed them before my next delivery came in, I'm expecting a new batch of chemicals and test subjects. So if you can leave me to get on with my work, I'll be eternally grateful.
Well, I'm just curious as to what your work is.
At the mention of
Since
work,
you don't have...
at the mention of her work, at the mention of work, basically the powder blue piglet in the which I haven't put on the map, in the cage squeals. It squeals in obvious signs of distress.
I'm clicking at Morty to come in here and see the powder blue piglet.
It's a small piglet with wings. It's powder blue. It's a pig but it's bright. It's powder blue and has wings on its back. And it's definitely
I'm going to go in and start sniffing about.
Sargon made his notice check to work out how to open the secret door he keeps trying to walk through. Yes, he has. There you go. And you've got part. I've given you the crossbow of portals on your character sheet.
Clank, clank, clank. So stoked. Doesn't know what to do with it yet, but very, very shiny thing.
Yeah, as I say, I am expecting my next supply in. I have lots of busy and important stuff to do. You can all leave me to my experiments.
And I'm trying to find out what your experiments are. I'm curious.
Can I look at all the chemicals on the desk and figure it out?
Yeah, make an academics or science check, please.
What about an alchemy check?
Academics or science? No, because it's not alchemy. It's you don't got academics or science. Alchemy is this is alchemy. This is. Oh, go on then. I'll allow alchemy as well. I forgot about alchemy when I was modifying the adventure.
Right. Okay. It's going to be. It's going. Oh God, how many pennies have I got now? Going from one extreme to the other.
Okie dokie. It takes some time for your feral brain to work, but actually, I haven't finished. Yeah. I noticed people wandering around. So, where was he? The fast. Lost the plot. Empty vials of various genetic manipulation chemicals. You got a raise, therefore you understand that what she's obviously doing is trying to genetically alter animals. In most cases, they'll probably die, and even if they aren't killed by what she's trying to do, it would cause excessive pain, Glixagleb.
That's quite evil. Yep, she's doing. I wonder if she's tried any of this stuff and captured prisoners.
Yep, that's going to set the ball rolling downhill.
So, who is this chick?
I don't know, because when we went in, I was going through all the correct spine, and I knew that she was here, but she didn't get. I thought, and then nobody could account for her during the fight, so I thought she still must be in the same room at spots. That's where I've headed down here with Cernan, but apart from the fact that she's just telling us to get out of the room, I don't know who she is. But yeah, this is some weird naughty stuff on the desk here. This is experimentations for mutations. This is gene splicing.
Well, actually, I mean, no, maybe I've been too hasty. Obviously, with the ME Bros gone, I obviously need new business partners. If you're trying to muscle in on the territory and therefore are able to provide me with the animals and the chemicals, I will definitely give you a cut when I perfect my stuff and we make a small fortune selling exotic animals to the rich at the Rock of Brown. From my estimations, the success rate will probably never exceed 25% survivors, and even then, they may have painful genetic mutations. But who cares? The rich people will pay hand and foot. I mean, I've already got an order. I've already got a couple of interesting orders in Pastel Piglet over there. So what'd you say? Are you my new business partners? Pastel Piglet, it should be pointed out, is screaming in a most upset kind of manner at the moment. He also appears to have
Let's kill her.
a sinus issue with its nose.
Let's kill her.
Sure.
I tell you what, I'm going to say. I think I've got a deal, and I'll go forward to shake her hand, and then I'll just claw.
I'm going to attempt to interrupt your attack. I don't think it's going to work. So, if you beat a 5, she can't react before you attack her, Sargon.
I'll banny that. Well.
Okay. So, what I'm saying is you won't get the drop on her. Obviously, you have hit her with a raise, but obviously you won't get the drop. She does get to interrupt you.
I won't be weak. I'm attacking it as well. I'm attacking it as well.
Yeah. So,
I was going to be.
She, obviously, in the panic, she completely fails to basically drop a sphere of darkness upon herself. That costs her 1 power point, and obviously causes her a point of fatigue. You may now stab her with a raise because she failed to cast her spell, Sargon, and then we're into combat. Might not live long enough to be in combat with 3. Yep, there we go.
And I hit her with a raise, so let us do vulnerable.
Okay, you inflict 3 wounds upon her, and you make her vulnerable as well. Okay. Target clank is there. Don't forget to use cards if you want to jump up the combat tracker. It'd be nice to see if Akil's fixed it or not, because I can't remember. In fact, let me give you all bennies so you can all spend one to see if you can move up the combat tracker. Because the issue was you'd spend it and you wouldn't necessarily see if you got a new card, would you?
Okay, I did get a new card, but it's lower than what I've got.
But you can see you got it.
Yes, I can see that both of the cards that I have.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine, because that was the bug, so it has been fixed. But obviously, until a game, we couldn't test it, and I forgot to give you bennies all earlier, so you could do that. So no problem.
And it's allowing me to double-click the card to select which one I'm going on to.
All hail the great Akil. He has fixed all the combat tracker bugs.
No, look what I just dealt myself, Oswald. I have a nice straight here going.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You do, don't you? I love it.
And I started with the 6. Don't think that's going to work for me.
But you can. The point is, you can see you've given yourself a straight, which you've never seen before. I'm going to have to award you a Benny for getting a straight. That's for sure.
It's a shame we're not playing Old Deadlands and she's playing a huckster, because that would be a very powerful spell.
That would be an incredibly powerful spell in Old Deadlands, wouldn't it?
So this values hearts, as in the suit, above diamonds.
It's reverse alphabetical. Order. It's reverse alphabetical order, which is also, I can't remember which game it has it in the same order, isn't it?
HDC and what would the other one be? S.
Yeah, spades goes first, hearts goes last. No, clubs goes last.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Interesting.
And it's the 2 red in the middle. So spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs.
Yeah. So without getting a joker, the best card you can get is the ace of spades.
The ace of spades.
Now I'm going to get a copyright. How many hours in a week?
After this talent.
That's
2 hours, 53 seconds. Right. Anyway, TK Q jumped past, so just trying to remember if there was anything. Yeah, because it's only treasure you haven't found, so I wouldn't worry about that. Okay, TK, you're going to jump up on the table. Off you go. Quite happy to get this fight over with, I'll be honest. So that's why I gave you all bennies to check stuff. All my your IQ's play testers. It also means I can make the video later knowing all the answers. Go for it. Pounce upon the table. Make your attack roll. I need to make a Spelljammer. I need to make Spelljammer bennies. I keep meaning to do it. I keep forgetting. That's definitely a hit.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do the wild attack, but it's not going to make a difference anyway. I did the wrong one. It's
good. I gave you the pounce bonus because you jumped up on the table anyway, so you need a wild attack to get the pounce bonus. 2 wounds. Well, she's already taken 3. She's got 4 bennies. I might also waste my bennies trying to... Oh, I didn't expect that to happen. But she takes 1 wound and still incapacitated, so I'm happy with that. Bang! Okie dokie. Menu clear. Combat. Hurrah! Unlock tokens because you can move freely about the place. No problem at all. Okay. Okay. I got that potion already. Naked.
Do we find anything from searching her?
Well, searching her, you find a key.
And what about in the room?
Keys cage on her person. In her desk, you find enough supplies for 2 sets of alchemy supplies. I basically Glixagleb, you regain 2 power points worth of supplies. A potion of far breath, which I was just about to have to create.
That's the piglets. Is that key for the piglet's cage?
That key is for the piglet's cage. Yes, obviously, okay, the piglet is the piglet's absolutely terrified. However, anyone who wants to make a persuasion animal handling check can.
Oh, run away! Run away! I will run away from the piglet.
Why are you running away from the piglet?
Think about it. I mean,
are you highly edible? You look delicious.
Wee. Yeah, the pig looks delicious to the Thrycreen, though.
Okay, Sargon, I don't think the outsider penalty applies there, but I'm afraid you failed to calm down the piglet. It's squealing in shock and horror.
Sorry about that. Because I really can't be in the same room as a pig. Me being in the piglet, it's a bad idea. I'm warded against nature.
I'll kill it. Bacon.
You're going to kill Pastel Piglet?
No, let's keep Pastel Piglet alive. You can call him Bacon. I don't have a problem with naming him Bacon, but let's go ahead and keep him alive.
Oh, I've got my Githka raised. So, are you persuading me?
I'm trying to persuade you. Yes.
Let's see what happens.
You can't kill Pastel Piglet. Poor little thing's had
So-
a life of pain and torture.
See, I don't know whether or not you should put it out of misery, but I can't be in the room with it.
Oh, you were supposed to target me.
Okay,
Oh,
you can
I
make-
was.
Well, no, you can role play it, obviously. You don't have to resort to dice rolls, but I'm not complaining if you want to.
All right. Well, actually, it wouldn't be intimidation. It would be smarts, wouldn't it?
Would have been. It has to be pointed out, actually, that you get the impression that Mira was not actually being completely truthful because, as well as the supplies and the potion of far breath, you find some notes in a desk saying the pastel colour infusion mutation seems to have left the wretched creature with sinus issues, unfit for cell pending further experimentation. However, potions of far breath seem to relieve its sinus issue for 24 hours.
Bacon. Why would we worry fire? Okay, well, I wouldn't waste potions of fire breath on the pig, but I won't kill it.
Let's put it this way: if anyone wishes to adopt Pastel Piglet, it will become a companion for that party member, and therefore, or you can just let it go. It's up to you. But he will be loyal and follow you all around if you want him. He'll make a loyal companion.
I'll take him under my wing.
But he hates me.
I could use another
He
pet.
hates me too. Even though I saved his life, he hates me too.
So
Yeah.
that's,
So the only animal that will work with me is Mortimer, and that's grudgingly.
Could something as small as a gnome fly on said winged pig?
once it grows, potentially yes. It's a baby at the moment.
Oh. Oh.
This is a piglet.
So are you just saying he could mount it when pigs fly?
Pastel Piglet is a space swine, and they do have wings and they do fly.
Oh wow!
Air
Cool.
Force bacon.
Negative Ghost Rider.
Space swine are a species of winged boar bred by the Dowers, basically the intelligent penguins, for a variety of uses. They can also serve as mounts for small creatures, so that depends what size you are. Size -1, I think, might be okay.
Well, I was going to take him under my wing if nobody else took him, but if the gnome was supplying them, I cannot deny that.
The gnome is too big to fly on a fully grown space swine, I'm afraid.
Nah, cool. All yours, mate. I need a purpose.
Hang on. If you gave it a growth potion and it went up a size class.
Ooh.
Yes,
a growth spell.
Yes.
Can you permanently resize those things?
No, just waiting. If somebody managed to get a growth spell, you could.
Because what's the gnome? Gnome's about 3 feet and like 80 pounds or something, right? It's the mechanical gnome.
To count as small, you have to be size -2. Your size -1.
Okay.
So
yeah,
because
piglet size -1 too. Is that right?
A shrink power on you would make you size -2 once Pastel Piglet's fully grown, and then you would be able to ride it. Or a growth potion on Pastel Piglet when he's fully grown, and you'd be able to ride it.
How much doo-doo does this thing doo-doo?
Oh, we are definitely going to be able to supply a farm.
Okay. I think Plar may be able to make fuel out of that.
So Plar wants to become the wants to take Pastel Piglet under his.
There's a long game here, I think, and that's only if was it Sargon? If you don't mind me snatching the bacon seed away.
Go ahead.
Don't worry. At end of days, we're gonna eat well. I promise that.
Oh no! Oh no! I've already got one pig, and he's big enough to ride already, so I don't need another one.
And when I say end of days, that's like the end of the pig's days.
I support anyone who wishes to endeavor in the equestrian environment.
Not
Oh,
worried
is it like
about
mounted cavalry? Sweet.
Yep.
Cool. What do we? Pastel piglet. Awesome.
Yeah, it
Right.
should be on your it should be on your main tab. Okay.
Hey, piggy,
As-
piggy.
Make sure you change his name to Bacon.
Oh, I was thinking babe.
You got a purdy mouth.
At
That'll
this
do.
point, at this point, Pastel Piglet lets loose the loudest sneeze any of you have ever heard.
Bless you, piglet.
Did we get any splashback?
No, absolutely. But it seems to reverberate rather effectively. The sneeze.
Glicks of Gleb's looking interested all of a sudden.
Basically, unless you every time there's a 25% chance that when you're all trying to move stealthily, that Pastel Piglet will sneeze loudly.
Oh no.
unless you feed him a potion of far breath to clear up his sinuses.
Right. With the with the camouflage. Well, we'll just put the camouflage suit on. There we go.
Well, it'll go well with your flubber when he sneezes.
Anyway, in the meantime, Commodore Crux comes back, having found the sending stone that he'd lost in the cell that Tris didn't notice earlier. After basically introducing himself and determining that you are in fact the individuals that told him of what happened at the at the academy, because you did communicate someone when you left planet. If you remember, you communicated with Crux. He suggests you all get out of here. So you all head, unless anyone wants to search anywhere else, you can head back to the exit.
we'll make sure that anything of value is taken, and make sure that nobody survives. We'll ask him if there's any other of the gang members around.
Not that he knows of, no. If you're talking in terms of possible places of value, then I don't think anyone checked the executive desk in Ripple's room. Whether you want to,
We'll check
another
that.
matter.
How come the doors clicks opening or closing?
Pardon? We're going so mega slow. It's really. Go turn the lighting off.
Yeah, I'm doing a bit of zooming in and out, and it's doing some funny things as well.
Go turn the lighting off.
I was trying to open doors and go through, but it wasn't. It kept closing on me.
There we go. Let's turn off line of sight. Let's turn everything off and just make it a dumb map. There you go. That should make it a bit easy to see what's going on, and hopefully will improve the performance of the map.
Yeah, so
Now we've finished it, we don't need to worry about it too much.
check the.
Chris was in here before, and when she realizes they're just doing boring stuff, she's going to come and poke around these desks.
Okay, Can I have a notice check from you, Tris, please?
No, I got to do better than that, for crying out loud. Yeah, that's better.
Okie dokie.
Why did it target me?
I don't know. I don't know. I was just wondering the same thing. Don't know. No one's got any targeting on it. But you notice that as you head down to it, I mean, just as you're about to open the desk, you notice it appears to be trapped.
I turn around and I see Sargon. Do you know anybody around here who knows how to disarm or trap? This thing looks like it's got some kind of trap on it. Not mine.
Isn't that what's his name? The technical guy?
Oh, you mean the not gnome?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clank en route.
Where did he get off to? He's always just bouncing around from place to place. It's hard to keep up with.
On the way. Testing. Yeah, that's working.
Let's just have a wee peek at this just before you touch it.
I'll step out of the room.
As a wee bit of a support.
Yeah, definitely need you to notice anything.
We'll point out where the trap is, that kind of thing.
Oh, I can't. I've got no idea because my fingernails are too long. It's just not going to work.
It should be pointed out that no one in the party's got thievery.
I have thieves' tools, but that doesn't make a thief.
My rules are either.
I have claws.
Well, you can, if you've got thieves' tools, you can make an unskilled thievery check.
To potentially, I mean, my sort of powers of observation, visibility, not very good. Once I kind of am put on task, I can probably take it to pieces and defuse. But I need a bit of input. What am I looking at, kind of thing?
Well, that's what I was trying to tell you. I was trying to support you, but
but you failed at that.
I can't get my head around it because I'm
right. Okay. I'm with you.
Slightly melted my brains when I drank the lycanthrope stuff.
Tried to do a second notice roll to see if I could tell anything more about it. And got a 2.
Well, basically, you note as you went to try and open the drawer, you noticed that the inside the locking mechanism was a small hammer that would smash a glass vial.
Oh, and I explained that to the not gnome. Metal. If it smashes you, then I'll just step back here.
Aye, and I'll just stay here.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna ready up with the. I got here. I have artisan's tools and thieves' tools. Right.
So
no thievery skill.
Can we try another?
No. Yeah.
Can I try another support roll?
Let's give that a go. Yeah. Wait, let's not get stuck in a loop, but I don't want to go into too clueless.
But as you say, because I wonder how strong the glass is because I've played it a few. I have no idea. The good thing is if this is poison gas, it ain't going to affect me because I'm just going to hold my breath.
And likewise, I don't have lungs.
I know, that's what I mean. There's 2 people that don't need to breathe. Well, technically, I need to breathe, but.
Trist, you're still in the room.
Yeah. You just go ahead and do what you got to do. I'm right here.
Okay.
I mean, the other option is obviously if you're taking the assumption that it can't affect you, you can just attempt to basically. Well, actually, Platt, you might want to use the key you found on Ripples along with the crossbow.
Okay, cool. Let's that helps a whole lot. Let's go ahead and use that. Open this beast up with as much caution as possible.
Okay. Using the key will not trigger the trap, but obviously at the same time, at the end of the day, if you two think you don't have the trap won't affect you, of course, you can always just force the lock and therefore trigger the trap and therefore. Anyway, the key disables the trap and allows you to open the drawer, not triggering the lethal poison trap.
Haha.
Inside the desk is a purse that appears to contain some money and a letter.
Written in. Can I read this letter? Can I read? I guess I speak and read common.
Did you take the illiterate hindrance?
No, just clueless.
Then you can read. The letter was sent to Ripples, promising him a bright future if he continues to lead the Amoebros with such vision. Among other comments in the letter, it suggests changing the group's name to the going to put this in, but the spelling of it's interesting, but it's Sudicate. The missive is signed with a... The missive is... The missive is signed with a single letter O.
Oh, wow. Right, so... What else is in this?
I've shared out the treasure amongst the party.
Oh, good show, good show. That's what I was going to get to. And in terms of the actual purse itself, is it empty other than that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Would Trist like a purse?
Not really.
No, not a Nomi thing. Would the hamster like a purse? Something to keep kibble in? Fine, I'll stuff it in the backpack for now. Maybe it'll come in useful later.
Did anyone take the cloak? It was not magical. I know you checked it, but did anyone take the finely, rich fur-lined purple cloak in Blazing River Golden Trident that you found down in the room that you wedged the chair against the door in? I think that's the only other bit of treasure in here apart from the storage room, which was... Oh, yeah, because you're already in the storage room. You found the triumphs and those marbles, didn't you? And 10 shields, 10 spears, 5 pistols, 30 bullets. So, yeah, you cleared the place. As you head back out of the cave and reach the mouth of the grotto, the second wind, Commodore Crux's ship, appears, helmed by the tiefling and the Hadazee bosun to rescue the party and the Crux. As you all scramble aboard, Crux heads straight to his cabin, rummages around in the bottom of a drawer, and grabs himself a long-awaited drink. At which point, I can now click the fixed award conviction for successfully rescuing Commodore Crux.
That is awesome.
And
Commodore Crux has a fantastic drink muddler.
Okay, and now we can head back to the main plot point, having rescued him on the side quest.
You haven't dealt with the crux of the matter.
So is that just a right click on the where do you do that, the conviction?
If you it's been broken and it has been fixed. When you right click on player characters, there's a plus button, and when you click on that, it says award conviction. It was broken.
Right.
Also something I really didn't know you could do is the best you can do really at the moment for Deadlands, if you right click on someone, you can actually deal a card to them. So you could actually play card that you can actually sort of do decks of cards, as it were, using the rule set, because obviously right now I'm assuming only TK can see the card I dealt him. But
I don't see it.
That's the point. And then if I can deal you a card, son, and you'll get your own card, so you can actually deal individual cards to people, which is quite nice. And also can be used for tactician, because you can then drag that card and drop it onto someone on the combat tracker. When I say you, I mean the GM, not the player, unfortunately. But that was the other thing that's broken, but is now fixed. Anyway,
but there's no way to award the group conviction. You got to do it right click each one, right?
Unfortunately, so yeah. You could always put that in the requests, couldn't you?
Well, I would think maybe on the bottom of the party sheet, the same way that you reward advances or reset pennies or adventure cards.
Yeah. I'm just saying you can always have a chat with him now that Keel's back and see if you can get him to... Okay, Commodore Crux. So, obviously, he introduced himself. So, hardened by the news of the Spelljammer Academy has been lost and resolves to get revenge on the Zarian Empire. He leans forward intently and basically implores you to tell him everything. Happened at the academy.
And
The academy isn't there anymore.
Indeed. The Commodore is quick to point out that you'll have no chance facing off the Xerixian Empire alone, but he knows where to find help. He also goes on to explain that he once battled against the Zari... It changes its name. It's Xerixian there and then Zarasan there. Oh, well. The Zarasan Empire, which led to his greatest defeat. But He's therefore eager to. He's therefore very eager to deal with it. Fleet of astral elf ships visited the Rock of Brawl. A few days before launching the attack on your world, the elves gave fair warning to various captains on the rock, urging them to steer clear of your world lest their ships be fired upon. The elves undoubtedly left spies behind to make sure their warnings were heeded. Best we continue this chat. Obviously not aboard my ship because you're already aboard it, but you know what I mean. So now you're basically aboard the galleon. The obviously I've lost my train of thought there. Yeah. He goes, well, obviously at this point we need to get going and stop the Empire. And where are we? Folks and codes aboard across the. Fell goes, hang on a second here, Commodore. I rescued you, but I've got. This is my ship. I've been renting it from you, and I've got 40 days left on my lease. You can have it in 40 days' time. Lux looks a bit crestfallen at this. And goes, well, it looks like I don't have a ship. If we could get hold of one, I could still provide you with the contacts you need to go forwards.
What about the ship that we brought back?
That's been confiscated, hasn't it? Isn't your ship?
What about okay. The ship is under contract for another 40 days. How much did you pay for the contract for that 40 days?
Well, if those 40 days, that's with 40 days remaining, that's 400 gold on my lease payment I'm owed.
Anybody want to? Are you willing to?
However, I had a big job coming up, and therefore I insist on being compensated for the lost revenue of my next venture. Therefore, adding that on top, you can have the ship now for 3,000 gold pieces. I have notice checks, please.
Yeah, no, she's blowing smoke. I don't even need the notice check.
Notice check. Well, oh yeah. I'll give you a +2 bonus to convince.
I think he's trying to fleece us. It's just a wild stab in the dark, which he might be getting in the shortly.
He's a bit upset, but she's a bit upset by the way you keep calling him he.
That's maybe true, but you can't do a Blackadder reference then.
I know.
So, no reward for rescuing him, or for bringing back the ship.
Well, he contract's a contract. He's obviously
not arguing that.
Because I don't have.
I remember having this conversation previously.
I know, but he Crocs is like, look, Fel, you know, I don't have that much. I can pay you back. I can pay you back the 400, but I don't have any. I don't have more than that to hand at the moment. That's why I was renting the ship to you. Fel's obviously not amused by that. Obviously, Sargon's in the background getting most knocked.
Wasn't there a bunch of supplies in that base? I remember there being a room full of chests and stuff.
Yeah, there were shields. There were some shields. There were some shields and some spears, I believe. So I think someone relieved. I think you relieved it of the flintlocks and the bullets and the gunpowder. Goes, look, give me my 3,000 and we'll call it quits. You can tell she's bluffing, by the way, on how much money she expected to make. Those who
you said 3,000. You didn't say 3,000 what? I've got, and I cast damage field. 3,000 shards of bone I'm willing to give you.
Good Lord, what an escalation.
I'll allow you to use that as a a bonus to anyone wanting to do an intimidation roll as he's standing there doing as your intimidation check. So spellcasting as intimidation is what I meant to say. Or if anyone actually wants to do straightforward intimidation, feel free.
I'm the bad guy because I want paid, but oh no, it's okay to threaten people with bodily harm.
You do know I'm a werewolf, don't you?
And my +1 will turn that into a 16.
I'm still under the effects of a muted and feral. With claws and teeth.
At the look of this, she's going, pay me 400 and we'll call it quits. Sure. Crux reluctantly hands over. Belle walks down the gangplank swearing as she goes. Congratulations. You
I will turn to Crux and say, okay, you now have a ship.
Indeed. It's yep, you have the second win, so you basically got it's a wooden sailing ship with a treant on the back of it. Right. Once the characters are aboard and you set off on the Rock of Bra, Crux reveals to you his plan to travel to another world space system called Doom Space, where the enemies of the Xerexian Empire are assembling a coalition. Crux believes that this is the character's only hope of saving their planet lies in joining this coalition. He does go on to say he doesn't know much about Doom Space though, but he does. So the ship's immediate destination is a lonely tower on an asteroid where the wizard cartographer named Topola lives. Topola, he explains, is a friend, and he's certain she will be able to provide him with an up-to-date, accurate map of Doom Space. The tower is at the very edge of that world space system. No space, it's just Doom Space. Like that. Because you get Realm Space is the Forgotten Realms, Kryn Space is Kryn, Grey Space for Earth, isn't it? Obviously, Doom Space is just somewhere else called Doom Space. You've also heard Winter Space, I believe. I think you might actually have a map to Winter Space, didn't you?
We did at one point.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
came across one.
Doom Space has no space? Then how is it a space?
Oh, very good. Okay.
You mean to say we're doomed?
Obviously, heading out to the edge of the system and into the astral space will take a few days. Therefore, everyone gets a chance to rest, recuperate power points, and all that. As you head out, Crux stops drinking and moves about the ship with a purpose and authority, barking out orders at his crewman Flinch and at the Treant, like a military commander he once was. Any attempt to talk to Crux about his past history with the Empire, though, he becomes quiet and brooding. He doesn't. It's quite obvious there's painful memories there, and he doesn't want to share them yet. But basically he says, I wouldn't worry about the past. Things are bound to turn out differently this time.
Presumably that's a good thing that it turns out differently this time.
Well, that's all you get out of him.
No, I very specifically say that to him. Presumably it's a good thing if things turn out differently this time.
I imagine he will. Yes, he will nod, most certainly. Yes.
Well, what happened last time?
Well, he doesn't seem to want to talk about it. But obviously, on that note of things are bound to turn out differently this time, I think it's a good place to leave it. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're most welcome. I've struck me as a very good place to leave that one. So we only got 8 minutes left, so we'll call it a day there, and I'll see you. What's the date? We'll see you on the 16th.
Great session. Thank you very much.
No worries. Take care, one and all.
Okay. Bye.